You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Tell, tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, people, this is live, uncut, unedited. You know what time it is tonight. We on a little late. We was at the DuSable Museum today. All right, doing what we do. All right. Those of you, we took pictures with you and we did our thing. All right, come on in, come on in. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. That's right, people. Y'all know what time it is. It's live, uncut, unedited. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, come on in. Live, uncut, unedited. That's what we're doing. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. All right, hey, all right. Corinthia Williams, all right. Donna Bridges, Peggy, what's going on? Michelle Scott, Barganeer, what's going on? Krista Marshbanks, Cassandra Clark, D, what's going on? Praise the Lord. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and definitely be glad in it. Patricia Robertson, how you doing? Candy Apple, what's going on, Candy Apple? Hey, Marilyn Vance, what's going on? Let's get it. That's right. That's right. Let's get it. Stacy Stace. All right. Mo Bolden, what's going on? Kenny Nicole, what's up? Rita Sykes, what's up? Latasha Cobbs, Diane Gangs, Nathan, what's up, Nathan? Mo Bolden, Nisha Thomas Taylor, what's going on? Valerie Jenkins, Roosevelt, what's going on? Roosevelt been coming. Roosevelt, call in real quick. Call in, Roosevelt. James Johnson, what's going on? All right. Live, uncut, unedited. I mean, it's so many things that we got to say tonight. It really is. It's so many. We're going to be all over the place tonight. We're definitely going to be all over the place. We want to be careful with our words. Hey, Tangi Watson, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Toya Nicole, what's going on? Justice for Jay. All right. Eric. All right. All right. It's a lot. There's a lot to be said, people. There's a lot going on. And a lot going on. And y'all know we got to tell the truth and shame the devil. If you can't get use of us telling the truth and shaming the devil, this live may not be for you. I'm telling you. May not be for you. I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, people, I love black people. I love being black. Yes, I do. I love being black. I love being black. Thank you, my dear sister. Frederica, I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Don Tyson, what's going on? What's going on? I love being black. I love being black. That's right, Valerie. It's my job to get out here and make things happen. All right. Sharon Sherman. All right, from Arkansas. Okay. Crystal Banks. Peggy, what's going on? Mr. Johnson, Ronnie Johnson in the building. I just called, but I don't hear. Just hold on, brother. Just stay on the line. You ain't got to hear nothing. I got everything on mute. Okay. There you go. You hear it now. All right. I had it on mute. Hit on mute. All right, people. Woo! Now, we're gonna do a little things a little different today. I know we've all been talking about the shooting in the restaurant, and we've been listening to the press conference and the lawyers and the lawsuit being filed, and we got different opinions of charges being dropped. And I believe that the young man that was killed inside of the restaurant, well, shot inside the restaurant, his funeral was today, so they laid him at rest today. So, Roosevelt, can you hear me, Roosevelt? Roosevelt, where you go, Roosevelt? All right. Now listen, 900. What's going on? What you got to talk about? I don't want to hear about no black people today now. 900. I don't want to hear nothing about no black people. Now you know. Let me say this about you, 900. People on here feel like that you don't like black people. I'm telling you, 900. They feel like it. I got some calls about you, and they was like, "Well, Martin, well, why you allow 900 to speak, and you know she don't think nothing good of black people?" And I asked myself too, you're right. Why? Why allow her to come on this platform and speak to us, and when I know she don't like black people? Well, black women. I mean, what should I do? Not let her come on no more, just let her listen? You know, because when she comes on, everybody gets upset. Everybody get upset, especially the women. You know, and y'all go at her, she go back at y'all, and it's back and forth. And, you know, and predominantly this base is women, black women. We have men, but mostly women. So 900, I'm asking you, if you ain't got nothing good to say of black folks, please don't even say anything at all, because they at your throat. They at your throat. They feel like you don't like us while you on here representing us and talking to us. And that's a valid point. I don't know how you feel about that, 900, but that's the gospel truth. That is the gospel truth. And you know, you always coming on here, you always say what blacks ain't doing, the mamas ain't doing, and all that. And, you know, they just don't want to hear from you no more. I don't know, you know, it is what it is. And I'm trying to be fair and keep a balanced platform. But since I know you can't think of 5 things that you like of black people, so why even address black people if you can't even think of 5 things about black people that you like? And that's serious talk. You know, well, hold on, people. I got to get back in. Hold on. I'm not even in. I'm just talking. They talking. I ain't even logged in myself. Hold on. I'm talking. I'm wondering why I don't hit nothing. Hold on. Nobody. Yeah.
Hey, caller. This is Martin G.
Hold on, y'all. I'm just
the
talking.
Crime Chaser.
Let me just
uncut.
Let me get something
unedited
clear.
Broadcast. Just before you speak, please turn
I ain't
down
even have my
all
phone
your
on.
audio.
Hold on.
Please turn them
I want
off
to talk.
or
Let me say
down,
this.
and do not have us on speakerphone so we won't have
Before
an
we
echo, and we'll be with you shortly.
before
Thank
we
you
get in
so
this
much.
subject tonight.
Like I'm watching them on TV.
Hold it. Everybody, I'm just getting in. I'm sorry. Hey, 900.
Hey, Martin, Miss Roosevelt.
No, hold on. I got to pick a bone with 900. 900. I had a discussion last night with one of the black sisters on here, and she asked me a question, which was a valid question. She said, well, Martin, why you continue to allow 900 to come on here, and once you know that she can't think of 5 things good about black people? Why? Why even torment us? Why even upset the thing? Now, do you think that's a legitimate point, 900? Seriously. They asked me, why are you come on here?
Hey, Martin.
No, sir.
We all just had to call back in. We couldn't hear you.
I know that. I just realized that. I know that. I'm talking to 900 right now.
Okay.
Because the thing is, I got a call about her last night, and they were saying, well, Martin, you know she don't say nothing good about black people. So why even allow her to come on a platform and speak? All it's going to do is cause confusion. And that's a legitimate point. Legitimate point.
Okay, let me, Martin, first of all, you have already said that you allow people of different opinions to come on your show.
Right.
Yeah, points of view. Now, Martin, I have always been respectful on your show. I have always been respectful to you as the host.
Right.
And if I was getting out of line, if I wasn't abiding by your rules and stop talking when you tell me to stop talking, like I have heard other people on here get on and do, then that would be different. But I feel like as long as I'm respecting the rules and boundaries and the guests of your show.
Right. But see, the thing is, the people are saying, the women are saying, they complain about you. They saying that you don't have nothing good to say about black women. And they represent black women,
okay,
you know. So I mean, I'm just saying
that's a women.
Right. But I'm just saying the majority of this base is women. That is women that follow me. And men follow me too as well. So my thing is, they say, well, Martin, why you allow her to speak if she don't represent us? That's a good point.
Martin, I have brought up a lot of things on here, and even a lot of callers that's on this line right now have agreed with me. And I went back after your shows and read some of the comments on the live stream, and I've seen many people, even the one from last night, when I was on there for a couple minutes. A lot of people agree with me, and this is the thing, Mark. You gotta understand. No. You hear this too. People just don't like the truth. And you know a lot of things that what I
my thing is, answer this question. Answer this question. Since you can't find 5 things that you like about black people, this base is all black people. So why come on here? That's what they was asking me. Why allow her to speak? That's what I'm asking. And I'm asking you, why you waste your time to come on here? They're not trying to hear what you got to say. Then it's always an argument when you come on here. I'm not saying you can't listen to the show or nothing like that. I'm not saying it. My point is, what's your purpose on here if you're not representing black people?
Like
I'm asking you. Go ahead.
Like I said, Martin, I do come on here and I raise valid questions. I bring up a lot of things that you yourself even agree with, Martin. You yourself even agree with many of the times. Not all the time, but a lot of the times you and I, we do agree on a lot of things. And so, like I said, if I was getting on here just like last night and I wanted to come on here and bring this point up, since this is an open discussion, I bring up the point last night, and a lot of people agree with me. Why do we not humanize black children? Why do we see black children?
Okay.
But
my thing is, hold on, right there. Now, what you saying may be right. The scripture said, "Don't let your good be evil spoken of." But my concern is, your interest is not for black people. It's always why black people doing this, why black women doing that, black women doing this, black doing that, and you on here.
You don't want to know.
I mean, seriously, they don't want to listen. They're not. Listen, I'm just telling you. It's always listen. We spend so much time on this show arguing with you, 900. We do, and we could be going on right now. I'm taking the first 10, 15 minutes talking to you about that. I'm asking you. What is if you don't like black people, if you can't name me 5 things, hold on. No. You could name me 5 things about black people that you like. You could name me 5 things that you didn't like about black people. Listen, you publicly, hold on. You publicly said that on this live, and you know the predominant audience that participate is black. That's what I'm saying.
And I've given you. I've given you.
Okay, tell me what's your purpose on here then? If all you're gonna say what black people ain't doing, you never say nothing good about black people. So why are you on here? That's speaking. That's what I'm saying. They want to know that.
Martin, because you're always bringing up points and you're always talking about things that pertain to the black community. So I can get on here, and whether people agree with it or not, I can get on here and say what my opinion is and my reasoning behind it.
But why is it always negative and derogatory toward black people? Why? I mean, why? Why? That's what I'm saying. Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna let you talk. We're gonna end this in 5 minutes. I gave you the first like with 5 minutes. $36.99. What's your take on this? $36.99. You was in a discussion last night. Be honest.
I was there. Well, I said I like the drama. I like the spiciness of it. But it is true, 900. You do cause an uproar with your opinions and views when it comes to Black women. See, it doesn't bother me. You know why? Because I know that your more sense of how you view Black women, I'm not targeted. Because I know that you could never be speaking of me. You know, I know how I live. I know what I do. I know what I've contributed to my community and the lives of other young Black girls and boys and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't trigger me because the shoe doesn't fit me. It doesn't fit me, but it is offensive.
That's all I've been saying. If the shoe fit, Martin,
but I'm just saying. But 900, can you follow my logic? My logic is, why come on here and speak and you don't have nothing? You never have anything good to say about Black women. You never. And that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Because that's what I see, Martin. That's what I see.
So, but listen, this what I'm asking you.
Now, this lady on here who just said that, she may be the exception, and she's right. If the shoe don't, if like you just said, Mark, if it don't apply, let it fly.
Right.
So she ain't the one. She ain't on.
But we're speaking as a whole, though, because there's several other Black women on here that it doesn't fit either. But it still offends them because we all have Black mothers and grandmothers and aunties, and you know it's not easy being a Black woman and being a single mother, and it's like you wear a badge of honor. At times, you come across as if you enjoy down and berating these women that look like me and yourself. You said that you're mixed or that you're Black or whatever. You said your mother's a Black woman, so it can be, you know, it sounds like at times you're full of disdain. At times, you just
tell me what I've said. That is so untrue. That is so hurtful. I've complained about Black.
Well, I don't think you're hurting anyone. I just think that the people, the women on this panel,
right. So
they find it offensive.
They hate hearing the truth is what you said. The truth.
No, well, it's not the truth. It's not the truth. I know. Well, wait a minute, 900. It's not the truth because there's a lot of Black women that are very successful on this panel that call in.
I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them. Like I said, if it don't apply, let it fly.
It's a lot of Black women that were young teenage mothers, and now they're six-figure and more, and they own several properties, and they own businesses, and they do all these things in spite of being a young single Black mother.
Then they should be.
But see, the thing is, answer my question. But why you don't have nothing good to say about Black women? Because you don't see nothing. So listen. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to ask you to refrain from coming on the platform until you find something good to say about Black women and keep down the confusion. That's what I'm going to do. And that's what because I don't want, I'm seriously, because listen, 900. Now, I'm cool. I don't have a problem with you. But what I'm saying is, it's when you come on here, it's an uproar. It's an uproar. It's like we giving you this 5 seconds of fame, 5 minutes, and it's a distraction. And as soon as they hear your voice, you can just start reading them comments. And I'm not trying to make this live about you. I'm trying to make the live about the subject, not even myself. So I understand some things that you say about the Black culture and all that, but you said it out of your own mouth. You have nothing good to say about Black people. So why should they listen to you? They shouldn't even want to even hear you. I'm speaking as a whole.
I don't come on here for them. I don't care about the audience. I come on here because you allow me to.
I allow you to come. But I'm asking you, I don't want you to come back on here to speak anymore if you don't have anything good to say about Black women. That's all I'm asking you. Because I don't want this to be an uproar over here. Every time they hear your voice, oh, here she go again. She don't like Black people. She don't represent us. She don't, you know what I'm saying? And that's all. That's the point I'm saying. You have nothing good. You can't even tell me 5 things good about black women right now. You can't do it. It's not in you. So that's a form of hate. That's a form of hate.
Experience, though.
That's a form of hate.
Why can't you respect my experience?
No, I can't. Listen, that's all you talk about. Listen, when you come on my show, this is what happened. Everything go haywire. It's hard. Everybody screaming and hollering and all that, and that's what it does when you speak. And I'm saying, I believe you're a nice person. You talk. I respect you. You never disrespected me. Everything I ask you to do, you do it. I give you that. But what I'm saying is, as a whole, my base is women, predominantly women and men, black people. And you don't represent the black people. And they don't want to hear from you on no negative stuff. Now, if you got another subject to talk about outside of what black people or black women ain't doing, all that, you're more than welcome. But when it comes to black, I don't even want to hear anything about black women. They know what they're doing. They know what they're into or whatever. Coming from you, they would not accept it because they feel like you don't represent black people. Because you said out of your own mouth,
okay, so
you don't. Go ahead.
I will say this. And in no way am I comparing myself to Jesus, obviously. But I'm just saying, like in the Bible, you know why Jesus was crucified, right? You know why they hated Jesus, right?
Mm-hmm.
They hated him because he told the truth. And like I said, I'm not comparing myself to Jesus. I am not Jesus. I'm not comparing it at all. But I'm just saying, a lot of people, because like I said, Martin, I have read some of the comments and it's mixed. I got people who agree with me, and then I got other people who don't agree with me. But I'm just saying that, Martin, not everything that I say, and even some people on here have agreed with me who are on this panel right now have agreed with some things that I have to say. So if I was so wrong in all the things that I was saying, and I was 100% wrong all the time, I would have absolutely nobody agreeing with me. So even though I have a lot of negative things to say, because like I said, that's my experience. I don't feel like, as long as I've been respectful and be honest, Martin, people in here, they love the drama. They do. They love the drama. I don't like the drama because I don't come in here to start drama. I come on here to actually.
But it's drama when you come on, questions. Though. But when you come on, it's drama. It's chaos. It's spinning. Yeah. I got to stop people. They talking out of turn. When you come on, it's chaos. On here. Serious.
Martin,
hold on. It is.
Martin, I listened to your show just the other day. It was like 2 or 3 black women over talking you. You had to end the show abruptly, Martin. I was not on that show. So please tell me again how it's always chaos when I come on there.
You was on here last night.
Was over talking you. They was over talking you. They would not stop when you told them to. You had to end the show, Martin. Yeah. So please tell me how it's all. So please don't do that. Don't
I'm being honest with you. Last night it was chaos. It wasn't. When you got on here,
at the very last minute, I'm talking about that show the night before.
I know, but I'm talking about all the shows. Every time you on this show, it's always some stuff. I know you wasn't on that show.
I was not.
But I'm saying it's a proven fact that every time that you come on this show, it's always a problem with other. It's always a going back and forth, screaming back and forth, telling people shut up, be quiet. I'm seriously, because you made a
I can't control how other people respond. But my thing is, I don't come on here. I don't come on here screaming back and forth. When you tell me to stop talking, girl. I stop talking.
But you do be screaming because
it's not my fault that other people take control.
You said something last 900. You said something last night that it's better to be a single parent than having a baby or something. You've been no baby. Some you.
No, this is what I said. This is what I said. What I said was when that lady accused me of being barren, which I'm not. And I told her, I said I would rather not have any children because I don't have children. But I said I would rather not have children than be a single mother.
When you want to listen, let me ask you a question. When you want to go to a place that a platform that talks just like you about black people, when you want to go to a place, why would you want to come here and people don't want to hear? I'm asking the question. Why would you want to come here and just talk the way you talk all the time? We've heard everything you say over and over. It's a repeat. Everything and over and over and over. And you know you're going to stir up everything. I mean, why would
Because
you want to come on?
like I
Why
said,
wouldn't you go on other platforms that they talk and believe the way you believe? Can you find a platform
because
like that and talk? Seriously, I'm just
because like I
asking.
said,
Go ahead.
because like I said, I don't care what these viewers have to think about me. These people don't know me. I come in here because you allow a platform. You said it yourself that you allow different opinions on your platform, and I respect you for that, because many people they don't want to entertain the opposite opinion at all. And so you one of the few
But
people
I'm just
on here, which
saying,
is why I do
it's
come
not.
on
Hold
here.
on. First of all, you said it out of your own mouth and repeat it. You don't know nothing good about black people. First of all, when you say something like that on a 99.9 black platform that's all black, that means you're not one of us. That's what that means.
And I said, I followed up with that. I followed up with that statement several times on this show, Martin, where I've said the good things that I can say from my experience. I'm only talking from my experience, Martin. I said the good things that I can say. They were back in my younger years.
Okay, let me say this. But hold on.
I always said that things have changed.
Now, didn't I?
Martin, can I say something, Martin?
What? Didn't I?
I'm not talking.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go ahead.
How y'all doing, man? My name is Vance again. I'm back. I love the show. I think that in listening to it, Martin, I really feel like, the way that we make progress is we allow people to speak their opinions and disagree with them, right?
Right.
I think and just being honest, if a person would have a difference of opinion, it make a difference. Kind of like if you deliver it in a certain way, you should be able to say that, right? I do understand the negativity and stuff like that. It's back and forth. I mean, how does one express how they feel without the fear of reprisal?
But,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
but let me just, sir, let me explain this to you. And I appreciate your comment. I don't know how long you've been listening, following, but I'll say this. She said it out of her own mouth. She has nothing good to say about black people. And first of all, she's mixed. So they not even consider her as being really black on here. I'm just telling you, the complaints that I get.
She done messed up. Yeah. Ma'am, you messed up, ma'am.
Right. So, first of all, they saying, Martin, why should we have to sit and listen to her? And we already know how she feel about black women anyway. Now, I'm not saying what she not saying ain't the truth. I'm not saying that. She speak a lot of truthful things. I'm not going to even deny that. But my thing is.
So what's the problem?
The problem is that's all your base.
Y'all mad at my delivery? Y'all mad at my delivery. That's the problem.
Can a lady want to speak?
Like I said, people hate the truth.
Okay.
People hate the truth, Martin. The truth hurts.
But I'm just saying. Why, I mean, just listen to me. 900, sir. Listen to me. 2990. Now, tell me if I'm not making sense. I'm not always right. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'll never claim to be. If you on a platform, you come on a platform where you do not like nothing about that type of platform, the people that's on the platform, why come on this platform? Why do that? It's either got to be to antagonize or just get attention. It's got to be that. It can't be nothing else. It can't be nothing else.
I'm on here for the same reason everybody else is, to speak their opinion.
Okay, Roosevelt.
I'm on here like everybody else.
Yeah.
What you say?
To speak their opinion.
But I'm just saying, you don't have, why, when you want to go on, okay, if this is a platform all about just hypothetically speaking, gay people, why would you, and it's all people on here, predominantly people on here gay, I'm just speaking, and you straight, and you ain't about that. Why would you, you know what I'm saying? Why would you want to come on here? What I'm telling you now, this is
I wouldn't have come on here because I'm not gay.
I'm just saying.
I am black, so I come on here.
But you don't like nothing about black people. You already said that. So why should they listen to you? Why should I allow you to keep speaking on this platform and you never have nothing good to say? That's all I'm saying. For the same reasons
you allow everybody else, because I'm expressing my opinion because everybody else is expressing theirs.
No.
Hey, Martin.
Yes, go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Somebody was saying something. Go ahead.
With her, that I believe also too, I don't believe that 900 means any harm or nothing
looking at it from her side a little bit. But I would also have to say to 900, and trust me, I love everybody with the love of Jesus. I really, really do. But I do have to say this, that I think, because, you and I, 900, we feel a whole lot of the same ways about a whole lot of the same things. And I think a whole lot could be out there who hear you and maybe on this panel too as well. A whole lot of negativity going on with the black community. This is part of the stuff that we're even talking about on tonight over, certain things that's in the news and over. Boy, I got some I got to bring to you all tonight here. But, going back to what I was saying, that option sometimes is, I believe that's what Martin and a whole lot of other people are trying to say, that yes, it's possible to tell the truth. But I guess maybe they don't like the way it's being said because you yourself admitted that sometimes, you have a little bit, not trying to put words in your mouth, but hopefully I'm just paraphrasing, that you have a little bit more of a harsher or something delivery. So
disdain. She sounds like she does not like black women at times.
That's what it is, Roosevelt. That's what it is. Roosevelt. Yep. Point. Don't cut the. Listen, Roosevelt. Listen. Don't cut no corners. It is what it is. She don't like black women, black people. Period. So why come on here?
No.
Why keep talking? That's what I'm saying.
True,
go to.
That's not true.
Hold on. Go to a place.
You never say anything. I don't like black people.
You never say anything good. You never say anything good.
Pardon.
You never say anything good about black people. I can't tell.
So if I don't like black people, I won't like my grandmother. I won't like my mother. Please don't say that.
But listen,
that is not true, Martin.
Listen,
that is not true.
What I'm saying is, this platform don't want to hear that negativity from you, whatever, where you call it truth, whatever. Because all you bring to this platform, black women need to do it. They need to be. They don't want to hear that no more here from you. It's not coming from you. That's what I'm saying. Not coming from you. So you're going to have to make a decision.
Ain't nobody else saying it, Martin.
Oh, they saying it. Oh, a lot of people saying it. It's all in
Martin.
The comments.
Let me say, let me tell it.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Black woman. Nothing out your mouth pertain to me, first of all. Second of all, I get offended because is terrible.
Ma'am, you breaking up. You can take me off Bluetooth. You're breaking up. You're breaking up, ma'am.
I'm not on Bluetooth.
Or something, you're breaking up because we can't hear you.
Okay, hello?
I hear you now. Go ahead.
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I think she has a problem with herself. I don't take offense to nothing she say because it doesn't pertain to me, but it pertains to my people. And I don't appreciate it. So if that's all you can bring to this platform, you probably need to delete yourself. I said this weeks ago, and you told me it's not my platform. But I don't come on here offending majority of the audience. So if this is what you have to bring, you probably should stop calling.
Well, this is not your show. This is not your show.
And you don't offend me. Because trust me, baby, if I died today, you would never be where I'm at.
Hey, Martin, how you doing? I would like to say something, 900.
Okay. Go ahead.
Hey, 900. I am a black woman. We already have it bad because we black. And ever since I've been tuning in to Martin's show, you have nothing good to say. You have nothing positive to say about us. It has always been negativity.
Okay, well, that's my experience. So.
Okay.
No. Wait, 1 minute. Wait a minute, 1 minute. I'm not finished. So I called to tell you, in the words of my grandma and the mama, how I was raised, if you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say it at all.
Say nothing at all.
Well, that's false logic, ma'am.
No, I'm not finished.
That's false logic.
I'm not finished. Because you don't know the struggle that black women have. You don't know what we go through, how we go through it. So I'm glad Martin had an open discussion tonight because I've been wanting to address you. So I'm speaking
I'm right
from
here.
my black woman.
So address me. Address me. I'm right here.
If you ain't got nothing good to say
Yes,
about
Martin,
us, don't say it at all, sweetheart.
I think
No,
what
I
all the
disagree.
ladies is trying to say,
I disagree.
900, is they don't mind that you feel and believe the things that you feel. And you're entitled to your opinion. However, they're saying that you're not welcome here. That's what they're saying. You can think
Well,
however you want.
I don't care
You're
about
just not
approval
welcome
from y'all.
here.
I don't care about approval from y'all. This is
Well,
my
Martin just
show.
said until you can say something good about black people, black women, he don't want you on the panel.
Okay, well, look.
Did you
I
hear
can
him when he
say-
said that?
You're not
Okay,
listening.
so Martin. So Martin, what do you want me to do? You supposed to name like 5 random things, and then look, I can tell you right now. 'cause look, I can tell you right now. I can name some things, but I'm still gonna go back to my same talking point because that's my experience right now.
Okay. Well, listen.
So you're saying your mother ain't nothing? Your mother's good for nothing?
No, I'm not talking about.
Yeah, because you said that's your experience.
I'm not talking about individuals.
See,
Okay, so what is it? As a whole?
Yes, like I've always said, I get on here and I speak as a collective. I'm not speaking about individuals. I can't speak for individuals.
No.
So you must live in the gutter slums then, honey. You must live in the gutter slums. You must live in the drudge of nowhere because you're saying this is your experience as with black women. Where do you live?
Horrible. Sounds horrible.
Horrible.
It don't matter where it don't matter where I live.
That's
like
horrible.
I told Martin.
See,
Like
look
I
at
told
him.
Martin.
Still
Like
ain't
I told Martin. Excuse me. Like I've told Martin several times on here already. I said this is my experience. I said I could name plenty of good things back when I was growing up. But times have changed, people have changed, the family structure has changed. Not just in my family, but in a lot of people's families. Things are just not the same. So at this point, you know, like I said, I have never got on here and said I don't like black people. That is a lie. I have black friends. But I'm talking about as a group, the things that I see, the things that I see, excuse me, the things that I see in my personal life, and I ain't just talking about social media. That's a small part of it. I'm talking about things in my personal life that I see on a daily basis from people around me. It's just very disheartening. It's very negative and it's disheartening.
Well,
that's what I see.
let me just say this. Let me say this. Let me say this. This is what I want.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, caller.
Okay, I want to say something to 900 real quick.
Come on.
So what I don't understand with you is you just tried to use Jesus as an example to cover up the negativity that you're doing. But at the end of the day, it's some hurt that somebody has done to you that you harboring and you not letting it go. So you are nothing like Jesus. So how can you get on Martin's platform is what he's saying, instead of going on a platform with the other people that talk about us, because this ain't the platform. So why do you choose every night or every other night, however you do it, to come on here to do that when you know you're not wanted? Any normal person with common sense would be like, you know what? They don't even want me over here. They don't want to hear it. Let me go over here where my opinion or whatever is valid. To me, you come on here to stir up. And to me, that is the enemy because he comes to kill, steal, and destroy. We're not on here to destroy our people.
There are people on here.
Let her talk.
To find
Let her
solutions
talk.
to help
Let her talk.
our people. We're not on here to talk about our people. We know I'm a black woman. I am a single mother, regardless of any of that and what I may have done or what another black woman or what another black man needs to do. We're trying to find solutions to come together to correct. And if you ain't here to do that, I don't think you got a black mother or a black grandma. Because you,
ma'am, you breaking up. You're breaking up.
I got
Ma'am, you breaking up, so you got to talk
Hello?
clear on the phone. You're breaking up. Go ahead, 224.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is she sound like the white people that try to say, I don't dislike black people because I got a black friend. Come on now.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's not all I said. First of all, I don't get on here and bring up solutions, and I bring up valid questions. I bring up that because, like I said, people on here do agree with what I be saying in the comments and some of the callers on here.
Sometimes.
Go back and listen to some of the shows, ma'am. Go back and listen to some of the shows. There have been people on here who have agreed with some of the things that I've said, including Martin many times. Now, if Martin himself if Martin himself only had negative things to say, then that would be one thing. But Martin and I have agreed. Excuse me, Martin and I have agreed on many
whatever
things.
your name is. Martin, excuse me.
Now I'm gonna get in it.
See,
here we go.
Hold it, 900.
Don't respect, don't listen. One after the other.
Hold on, 900.
Just go, man.
Everybody hold it. Everybody hold it. This is what I'm talking about. We done spent 40 minutes, well, at least 30 minutes on 900, and she's not getting what we're trying to say. She's not trying to hear it.
Not trying to hear it. Go one after the other.
Hold on, ma'am. Let me talk. What I'm saying is, 900, you probably need to go to another platform with an open discussion that don't like black people and think the way you think. Okay, because all the things that you say you experience, we all are not experiencing those things that you're experiencing. So this may not be that platform for you to speak. I'm not saying you can't come on here and watch. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying you need to refrain from coming on here if you cannot change your tone and tell us something good or give us some solutions, how to be a better black woman or whatever. Because
I have bring up solutions. Martin, I said black women need to get married. We need to bring back marriage. I have brought up solutions.
But
I said we need to get married. We need to value education. We need to value family. Don't get on here and act like I've never said anything that we need to be doing, Martin. No. I have brought these.
Okay, well, can you? Why would you ask? Why is it like tonight? If the whole live is going up, we spent 40 minutes or 30-something minutes over here talking to you about letting you can't get it. So I'm just saying, why you can't go to another platform or open discussion and talk about your views, what you believe, instead of coming on here. And a lot of people don't want to hear what you got to say because of your idea. Because I'm just saying, why? You still ain't really answering.
Martin.
Because what?
Because Martin, I did answer. I did answer. I said you are one of the few people on here that I know of who allow a dissenting opinion. Most people, whether you for the other side or the other side, they don't want to hear that unless all they want to do, they want to be in an echo chamber. They only want people, and that's what these callers want. A lot of these callers, they only want to hear people. That's what I'm saying. People on here, they don't want real solutions. Because if they wanted real solutions, they would be open to hearing different opinions. People just want a platform where they get on here and complain, Martin. That's all they want. They want to complain. They don't want no solutions. They ain't interested in no solutions.
Wow. Can I say something, Martin?
Go ahead.
I've been listening to Martin for 2.5 years.
We just need to end this whole thing.
You got to embarrass us.
That's something juicy I gotta put out here tonight. Real.
You brought up that a black woman can't raise a black man. A black woman, my mom have raised a black.
Ma'am, please. No. Stop being delusional. Stop being delusional. A woman cannot raise a man.
Delusional?
You are delusional.
My mom is 71 years old.
No respect.
She raised.
No respect.
Presentation is everything.
She has no respect. Just go.
My mom has raised 11 boys. You don't want to hear the truth. I'm going to tell the truth for shame the devil.
Yeah, she disrespects her elders.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I said that before.
She's delusional.
She has no respect. She talks crazy.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah, say something. I'm going to speak and it's going to be end of this. Go ahead.
Okay. I said it before. She had no respect for the elders. She had no respect for none of us. Period. Really. She talked like she talked, crazy like she talking, telling that girl she delusional, saying you can't raise a black man. Let me tell you something. My mother had 12 siblings. Her and her twin sisters raised 7 boys by themselves. So all of them are successful. So that's not true what she's saying. Like the other night, she's going to say, well, I'd rather be single and have a baby by myself.
The proof is in the pudding, ma'am. Look at all these emotional men running out here. The proof is in the pudding.
There you go talking stupid. There you go disrespecting again. Bye.
All these emotional black men out here.
Bye. There you go again. You have no respect for none of us on here. We're not going to allow you to talk to us like that.
Right.
We're not going to allow that.
Now, hold on.
We're not going to accept that.
Okay, 900.
All that put down.
Hold it.
All that put down.
Hold it,
That's
man.
horrible.
This is what we're going to do. 900, we're going to ask you not to come on the platform no more. That's what I'm asking straight up. Don't come on here no more unless you got something good to say about black, or you find some good black people, or you know what I'm saying? Because right now we're not what you think we are. You know, this is your experience, and I'm not mad at you, but I'm asking you, as the host, not to come on the panel anymore, and unless you got something good to say about a black experience. Now, we're going to wait for you. Whenever you come on here and say, hey, Martin, I got a black experience and I want to talk about, this is what I'm going to say. Good experience. But if you can't right now, we don't want to hear anything from you anymore because it's just not working on this platform. We've been on this for 40 minutes right now, and we haven't got nothing. We haven't got through you. You haven't got to us. It's not working. It's a bunch of black women on here, and they feel like that you don't identify with them. I'm not saying what you said wasn't truthful and all that. I believe you're a beautiful person, but it's just you had a bad experience. Bad experience.
Okay. So this is what you want me to do, right? You want me to come on here and just name one good black experience. Because like I said, I could come on here and I could name a good black experience that I've had currently or whatever. And then next week or whatever, when you have another talking show, I still will come back saying the same talking point. So
that means
what is it
that means don't come back on then. If you can't find nothing good about us and just say don't come back on. That's all I'm saying. That's all. You can listen, don't come back on the panel and talk. That's all. Because you're stirring up everything. And it's not good. It's not healthy. Right now, we done wasted 40-some minutes right now dealing with 900. Now, this show is not about 900. It's not about 900. We done spent too much time. I didn't even get Erica this much time. Okay, well, look. Go ahead.
Okay, well, this is what I'm going to do. Oh. So, I had respect for your show, Martin, because you initially said that you allow people of different opinions, and I'm disappointed that you have given in to the pressure of your viewers. Because I thought this was the Martin G. Johnson show.
It is.
So
it's
I thought that
cut,
you,
but
I thought that you had authority.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Let her talk.
Because once I leave here, Martin, I see now that this is not truly a platform that I ain't say you got to respect it, but at least entertain different opinions and is mentally strong enough, first of all, to be able to handle a different opinion. But this is not surprising to me.
Now we're not mentally strong.
Excuse me, because this is not surprising to me, given how we are as a people. We don't know how to listen to people who disagree with us. And the first sign that somebody says something that so-called goes against the black community, they're labeled as not black. All the time, we also say that black people are not a monolith. So which one is it? You can't have both sides. But this is what I'm gonna do. You don't gotta worry about me calling back because it's kind of a waste of time because people don't want to listen no way. But like I said, Martin, you know it and I know it. The proof is in the pudding. You can go outside every day and look at the state of our black men and black women and black children. So it is what it is. You ain't gotta worry about me calling back. And I'm probably not going to listen to the show again.
Okay, be blessed, 900. Be
I'm
blessed.
not talking to you.
Bye.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not
You
talking to you. I'm talking to Martin. I'm not
You
talking to
said
you.
enough. You
I'm not talking
disrespecting
to you.
Martin.
It's not your show.
Bye.
It's not your show. This is Martin.
Deuces. Bye, girl.
Not your show.
Show her the door.
So like
Show her the door.
you don't have to worry about
Bye,
me talking
girl.
about Martin.
Bye.
Bye, Felicia.
We ain't gonna lose no
So,
sleep over here.
Martin.
Bye, girl.
Martin.
Okay.
Martin.
Yeah.
Martin did
Bye.
not make all the views he had because
Martin.
today.
I still look
Martin.
here and show to him now. We don't let you do that
Martin,
either.
is this your show or is this your show and everybody else's show?
You sound like it was your show. Bye, girl. Bye.
I mean, right now the
Martin.
show is about you. You didn't took over. You know, I'm telling you, we didn't say your name
like
more than
I
mine.
said, like I
Go
said,
ahead.
Mark, this is only making me dig my heels deeper in of my opinions on what I think about the Black community because I see
We know that.
people don't
We
respect.
know that. So
we know that already.
We know that
You showed
already.
and told us.
We know
People
that you
don't
told
respect
us.
different opinions.
You told us
Yeah.
the way you
Right.
think. And my
I
thing
just
is,
told him.
Right.
By the show.
So-
Bye.
hold on,
so
y'all.
this is not-
Listen, let me quiet. Let me say this, 900. You probably need to go to another platform to think the way you think on all your views.
Like I said, you don't have to worry about
Okay,
me.
all right.
You don't have to worry about me
Listen,
calling back.
Well, I asked you not to call if you don't have anything good to say. Now, if you got a wonderful Black experience, you're more than welcome to come back on the panel and speak on it. Until then, I want you to search out some good Black people because evidently I introduced you to 10 good Black people that had it going on this program, told you what they was about. You just couldn't, you know what I'm saying? It didn't register with you. You just couldn't believe it.
Martin, like I
I'm just saying.
said, Martin, did you really think, Martin, that just those 10 people alone was going to change my whole 20-some years of existence?
Bye,
Yes.
girl.
Martin,
Why
no,
not?
it was not.
Bye,
No, it was
girl.
not. But Martin, look,
Tell
I'm
her
going to tell you this.
bye.
Martin,
I'm trying to
I'm going
leave.
to tell you this. Martin, I'm going to tell you this.
Just
I'm-
Just hang
I'm-
up on her and let it go. Just let it go.
Martin,
You gotta get a
Martin.
restraining
We gotta go.
order.
Hold it. Listen.
I think
See,
we gotta
we gotta
let
go.
it go.
All right,
Martin.
people.
Let's just
Okay.
sing.
All right, let's go. All right, I booted off. Okay. All right, people, we did that. I
Girl,
tried to do
give me
this.
some flowers, Martin. I'm
No,
gonna send you some flowers.
no. It's not about that. What I'm just
Yeah.
saying is, this is what I'm trying to say, people. This is what I'm trying to say. She never have anything good to say. She don't have to agree with everything that I say. I disagree with a lot of you guys. Y'all disagree with me. But we respectful to each other. And I'm trying to introduce to the Black community. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to hurt nobody's feelings or nothing like. She's a smart girl. She's intelligent, but she's been hurt by some Black people. And I'm trying to tell her we all are
didn't do
not
it.
like that. You need to go to a place
Right.
that people that have views like you on that. And I'm trying to tell you, we ain't all on here gang banging, having babies out of wedlock and all that. You know, we're not all. Some
I
of us
wasn't
been
done,
married.
Martin. I
Hold on.
wasn't done, Martin.
Oh
You
my
got-
gosh,
hold
she's
it,
back.
hold it,
Oh,
hold it,
Jesus
sister.
Christ, the Lord
Hold
help
it,
us.
The number, man.
Hold it.
Oh my gosh, shut
Hold
the
it.
front door.
Hold it, please. We've been on here for 53 minutes. 40 of these minutes have been all
You got to get a
toward
restraining
you.
order, Martin.
That's not. This is your show
Martin,
now.
let
You done
me
took
just say
over.
my last piece, Martin.
You
I'm
done
gone.
took over.
Let me just say my last piece and I'm gone.
Just go, girl. I'm finna start talking over
Martin.
you.
Martin.
Just please
Go.
do.
Martin,
Please,
go.
please, please.
Martin.
Please. I'm begging you, please. Help
No, you
us
need
on
to
the
hang
way.
up. You need to hang
Help.
up.
Please say something. God.
Martin, if you can please tell them to be
Now,
quiet.
No, girl, you need to hang
No, we all
up.
you got no.
900.
We all sisters
Hold
on here.
on.
No.
Hold on.
Sisters on your no.
I'm going to call you
Bye.
900.
Bye, Karen. Bye, Karen.
Now-
Deuces.
900. I'm going to call you when we off live. I'll call you when we off
You
live.
and started Martin. We don't have to do that either. We got his back too well.
Right. I'll call you when I get off
What did you
live.
say, Martin?
I'm going to call you when I get off live. I'll call you from the number. I got your number. I'll
You
call you
do
from
that,
the
Martin.
phone. I'll call you
Oh,
from
God,
the
no,
872 number. So right now, we're going to continue. We're going to get to the program. We've been an hour on
Don't
it.
call her.
It's
Don't
just too
call her.
long.
Don't call
No, I'm going to call her. I'm not,
Okay,
you know, she's
I'll
not.
be
No.
phone call,
Okay.
Martin.
No.
All right. Thank you.
her.
All right. All right, people.
Don't call her.
Let's
Martin.
get
Don't
back
do
to
it,
the
please.
program.
She'll come
Let's get
back.
back to the program.
Come back.
All right. Let's get back to the program now. We never got back. Roosevelt has some things to tell us, Roosevelt. Did Roosevelt leave?
First of all, good evening.
Good. Come on, Roosevelt. Let's come on with it.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone. Now I know we took some time dealing with that, with that situation, but let's talk about why we're really here. And this is talking about, the subject we've been talking about, or I think the whole city or the country's been dealing with over these last few days, and that's Miss Carlisha Hood. Well, I'm here to report on this evening that during this, because I haven't talked about it on my YouTube program as of yet, because I guess I was waiting more facts to come out, and plus I do my investigation. I looked on her Facebook page this morning, and it brought to light possibly why she was released. Come to find out, Miss Carlisha Hood is really not, she's not a Black American. She is an immigrant from Jamaica. So you know how the country is, how they kiss immigrants' behinds. So they give them all kinds of breaks. But if it had been me or you, foundational Black Americans, to do, even if it was self-defense, but to make some of those same mistakes that she made, we still would have been sitting in jail. And Martin tells us all the time, don't put her son's face and nothing out there. If you go on her page and look at her GoFundMe, she is the one who put her son's face out there. Because she has a picture with her and her son on her GoFundMe page.
Oh, wow.
So why are we having so much love and restraint towards someone when they don't even have enough love and restraint for themselves? And now she has called herself suing the city a day after she got released. I mean, if I had to talk to her, I would say, hey, sweetheart, I mean, you got a guest. Because, if we would have made some of those same mistakes that she made, first of all, about shooting someone more than one time. Now, to shoot someone one time, that might be self-defense. But if you keep on shooting them, especially when they're trying to escape, most people say, the switch automatically flipped. That's murder when she'd have done it. And most of all, she also left the scene. They had to search her down in order to find her. So that's two mistakes right there. But but she still got released and handed a gift. But if we had made some of those same two mistakes, we still would have been sitting in jail. So the only reason why she was released, I believe, is only because she was an immigrant and not a Black American. She is not one of us.
Anybody want to comment to that? I'm being speechless on this subject.
I heard that before. I heard that as well.
Anybody want to comment on that? Go ahead.
I did too.
Anybody want to comment on
that?
Well,
Roosevelt,
I heard the same thing.
Well, Roosevelt, I'm glad you did your homework, because I was also researching her also, and no, she's not one of us.
Okay. So why do we have so much love and support towards someone who's not one of us? She is not one of us.
That's what Black people do. That's how we treat people.
We need to stop.
Embrace that. We invite everybody to the barbecue, even after, like this lady that just left here, 900. She's been on here for the longest, and we just accept her back, and she just talk about us. And that's how Black people, a white person can know how to dance. Now they got an invitation to the barbecue. We accept everybody. We pray about it and go to the altar. That's what Black people do, because that's what we've been taught to do.
Right.
But we need to stop. We're the only thing if one of us had been over in her country and murdered one of their people, like she killed this boy, rightfully or wrongly, we still would have been sitting in jail for killing one of their people.
But that's how Black people are. Foundational Black Americans, that's how we are. And all I see is a child. I don't see I see a child. See, that's the compassion and empathy that Black foundational Americans have. That's what we have. We have empathy and compassion, even when they treat us bad.
And I'm not talking about the child. I'm talking about what the mother did, because the mother invited a child. Well, she could have just shut her mouth and could have just left, first of all. And she invited a child into an adult situation.
She didn't, though. You got to go to that man's
live. She was on an interview tonight, and I watched it. That lady was on there, and she talked, and she said that she did no such thing, and I believe her. I know that she's from Jamaica. I believe that she's a Jamaican woman, but again,
Yeah, she don't have an accent, but she's Jamaican, not one of us.
Yes, I still feel empathy and compassion because when I look at her, I see myself. When I look at her child, I see my nephew. I do.
I don't because Martin says all the time, whatever kind of problem you have with an adult, that's an adult. But don't put a child's face out there. And she's the first one who did it and still is doing it just for a freaking money grab.
Yes, she's over.
So I don't have any sympathy.
Okay, Roosevelt. Let
she's
me
over
see.
the top.
As a matter of fact, now that she's trying to sue, I believe that maybe the state's attorney should find one, little thing to try to bring back up and rearrest her.
Actually,
Maybe that should happen.
Holy Roosevelt. Actually, they have 2 years to file, reach out. They have up to 2 years.
Yeah.
They can refile charges. Up to 2 years.
Well, I'm praying that those 2 years something happens.
Okay,
I'm praying to the good Lord that will happen.
Hold on. Well, let me just say this, people. I'm not commenting on what Roosevelt say. I'm just going to be the moderator. That's not my opinion. That's his views. And I'm not mad at him. But I understand it. I want to see what 6557 got to say about that. 6557. What you have to say about what Roosevelt said? What's your thoughts?
Okay, Mark. This Keenan Nicole.
Hey, Keenan. Hold on. Somebody got to put their phone on mute. Everybody put their phone on mute. Keenan Nicole. All right. 847. 847, that's you. Put your phone on mute. Don't worry about it. I block them. Go ahead. Go ahead, Keenan Nicole.
All right. So I'm not going to say that I agree with Roosevelt. And I'm going to tell you why I say, to me, it doesn't matter if she's Jamaican, right? I'm a black person. I don't want to say breeded, but my first child, because I have 4, but my first child, she was with a Belizean American, okay? So you got Black American, Belizean American, product is Little Kingdom. I can't never say that I got an issue with Islanders because then I would have an issue with my kids. I can't say that I wish that she go to jail because I know that in real life, ain't nothing new under the sun. We don't know how things are going to play out. Like everything to me was written before we was even in our mother's womb. And we right here, right now, trying to figure out the plot of the story. What scene are we on next? And that's just like period. And who knows that wasn't a blessing from God. You understand? I can't say, yeah, you need to go to jail. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to touch that because, I empathize with both sides. And then, one of the things that I was thinking about the last few days, Martin, it's been bothering me. I couldn't get in. Your line was big.
Yeah.
Everybody kept saying, walk away. You could have did this. You could have did that. Listen, we don't know what we going to do in any given situation until we face with it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I can appreciate everybody's point of view because I'm not always that either. I'm not. But, people are talking about why the other people didn't join in and help.
Okay, Miss Keenan Nicole, I let you talk long enough. I got to go to somebody else. No, you ain't got to be sorry. 0406, what you have to say about these comments that she's not one of us?
All I got to say, Marty, is that guy had to come in because if you look at it, he hit that woman like she was a guy. And you could tell he ain't hitting no nigga like that. And he constantly hit that woman, so he deserved what he got coming. Because everybody had the right to talk, and she didn't put his hand on him. So if you look at it, he hit her so hard, he kept hitting her. And the son had no right but to shoot him, you know what I'm saying? To me, karma is the mug, so his karma bit him in the ass.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, caller. 6349. What's your thoughts about this young lady that happened to what happened in the store? She's a Jamaican, and Roosevelt says that she's not one of us. What's your thoughts about that? 6349. Last four digits of your telephone number. 6349.
Yeah, Martin, you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
This your jewel buddy, man. I just wanted to say,
what's up, bro? What's
just
up?
in response to that guy,
Mm-hmm.
man, and that's anybody, man. If you hear somebody mom like that, man, you going down. There's no, that's just the total disrespect, man. I don't care if that lady Jamaican or what. She black. She one of us. She a black mother, and that dude should have never put his hands on her. That's all I have to say, man, that's relating, to this comment, man, because you don't hit no woman like that.
Okay. All right. I'm not coming. I'm just listening to everybody else. Okay. All right. I'll go to the next caller. You can hang around if you want. 0941. I believe that's Marcus. Come on, caller.
I just want to say this. It seems to me like some people really want to see this woman locked up. This woman was the victim, and I believe Kim Fox then realized that ain't no jury in this country is going to convict her. Why do some people want to see this woman locked up? Whether it be 2 years from now, that guy hit her, and he got what was coming to him. Would it have been a difference if it had been a white guy that hit a black woman? Would it have been a difference if it had been a Mexican hitting a Mexican woman? However way you're going to get it, we can't predict that. But this could have been God. This could be God. Mm-hmm. This could be God trying to tell us something. I know it sounds strange, but that young man did not wake up with his heart on killing a 32-year-old man. But to see your mother hit like that in public, and you got the power to help her, you're going to do whatever it takes to defend her, and you're not going to be thinking logically. I think we need to support this woman, support her son, because her son will need help, because he's probably seeing that over and over. And anybody who believes this woman should be locked up, I don't know what to say. What if that was your mother being hit like that, or your sister or your daughter being slapped around like that in the restaurant? And if anybody should pay, the restaurant should be shut down. There's rats going in and out of that establishment. Mm-hmm. They didn't call the police when it first got started. And if they did, the police probably didn't show up because they put it to non-emergency and they showed up slow. So some people are mad at her about suing the city. She should have sued the city. She should. They put her address out there, bogus. Now she got to relocate. It's not right for us to stand up and defend the perp and demonize the victim.
Okay. Now let me ask y'all a question. Let me pose a question here. Now, if I'm not saying, I'm picking it back off Roosevelt. If she's considered an immigrant, okay, do you feel, I'm trying to word this right without hurting nobody's feelings. Those of us as black, born here in America, now our son probably was born here. He's probably American. Do you feel that a black America would have got the break that she got? Because she definitely called a blessing, because there was some things done wrong in that store. So everything didn't go 100% right. And I'm going to still say it. I'll still hold. Now, I don't care what nobody say. Self-defense is when you do something to somebody, you don't run. You stay right there. I'm just saying. Now, y'all can say whatever you want. Now, do I believe a man should hit a woman? Not at all. Not at all. Do I believe that street justice should have been taking place? Personally, if it would have been me and if I seen my mom, I probably would have did the same thing. But that don't make it right. Okay? My thing is with this whole issue, and I'll be real honest, I'm gonna confess. I believe by not charging the son and the mother with something, it sends a message, a symbolic message to our young people, which we know that we're fighting against with this gun violence. It's sending a clear message. And some of these young people out here in that age range, I'm talking about young people, is going to mimic the same thing and think that the same thing is going to happen to them like what had happened in that restaurant where both of them, all the charges being dropped. Mark my word. Mark my word. I don't care if they gave little man a UUW for unlawful weapon or something. Just give him something. Mama, something. That's all I'm saying. And I might sound like a bad person or a hypocrite, but I'm going to say it.
No, you don't.
It sends a bad message out for our youth. I'm looking at it from the long haul, people. She called a blessing. They dropped all charges. Then you turn around, then now you're trying to sue the city, which she don't realize they still can bring charges upon her. They got 2 years, period. They can bring her back up charges. And her attorneys, I don't know what type of attorney she got. Just me, I'm just saying this is how I feel. And any young person that's out there listening to me, don't you mimic what happened in that restaurant. Trust me, because you're not going to get the break that this mother and son got. Trust me. I said it, I stand by it, and I guarantee you it's going to happen, and we're going to see it fold out. And it ain't going to fold out the way it folded out in that restaurant. And it could be a little similar. You can say something. Go ahead.
Can I say something?
Sure can. Sure can. Go ahead.
You're right. You are right. I had a conversation today with my 16-year-old, and she's down in Mississippi, and she heard about this on the radio. So I explained to her what happened because she's not on social media. And she said if the guy would have hit me like that, it would protect her mama. So I'm not saying right, but that guy had no business of putting his hands on her.
100% correct. He didn't have no business putting his hands on her.
Because at the end, and then what I did not like, the girlfriend was in the back recording it. Girlfriend was in the back laughing at him.
True.
So that explains to me that he's a woman beater. He don't respect no women.
Yeah. And let me say this. And I'm going to say it. And I'm going to say it for those of you that made a statement and say, she called a blessing, she called a miracle. That means in your heart, something wasn't right with this whole case. You know in your heart, in your heart's a heart, that she should have been charged. Somebody should have been charged with something. You know that. You know it. You know that somebody should have been charged in this case. We had a dead body out of all this. Nobody has been charged. A dead body.
Hey, Martin.
Hold on. An unarmed black man. A fist fight doesn't warrant a death sentence. Now, I hear a lot of you say he had it coming. He might have had it coming. We can't be the judge and jury and executioner. It was things done on both sides. No man should be able to put his hand on a woman. This is America. And no woman should be able to stand up to a man like another man because you can't meet that force. And I'm going to say, If I was in that situation, I probably would have done the same thing the little boy would have done. I'm going to be honest with you. I would have. But that don't make it right. I'm saying, for you guys to say she called a blessing, she shouldn't sue, that means you know something in your heart and heart. I'm telling you. And you know I'm telling the truth. You know I'm telling the truth. You might not like the statement that I'm making. And I'm not taking up for that guy. That was 300% wrong when he put his hand on that woman, struck her 3 times across her face and the head. That was wrong. He should have never done that. Never. She's not a child. She's an adult. That's not your child. You should have never done that. God bless his soul. Let God be the judge wherever his soul went to. I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody, and I ain't trying to put nobody in heaven or hell. That's not my place. But I'm just going to speak the truth. Go ahead, Roosevelt.
Martin, but the thing is, and stuff, what I'm concerned about more is equalness in the justice system. I think that she only caught a break, first of all, only because she's an immigrant. And if it had been you or me who made some of those same mistakes, we still would have been sitting in jail. I mean, look at the CTA worker. I think this was like last year. It was pretty much the same scenario where 2 guys, a regular guy and a CTA worker, they got into a fight, I guess, in the 95th Street station. And I guess, the other guy, he pushes the CTA worker down, and then he runs down the stairs. The CTA worker pulls out his gun and fires at him. Now, he didn't kill him or something, but he didn't hit him. He ended up losing his job. I think they gave him like 4 or 5 years. Pretty much the same thing. And you talk about it, and I hate it all the time when people always talk about, well, a man shouldn't put his hands and everything on a woman. How about, a man shouldn't put his hands on another man? A woman shouldn't put their hands on another woman. A woman shouldn't put her hands on a man. How come we just all just don't learn as just human beings to just keep our hands to ourselves?
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Marcus. And I got a new caller.
I just want to.
Go ahead.
What was supposed to happen? You had grown men in there that weren't doing anything. The restaurant wasn't calling the police. It appears that was she supposed to let this man beat the crap out of her? Kill her? This man is stronger than her from the way it looks. He hit her hard. You can hear that in the video. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, he got killed. He wasn't thinking about his 2 girls when he was arguing with that woman. He should have walked up out of there. He should have walked away from her, but he was egged on by his girlfriend, who pumped him up, that she was encouraging him. Somebody got to have common sense. I don't think no jury in this country is going to convict her with 5 years, because they're seeing it the way they're seeing it as self-defense. Some people want her to be convicted because she's suing the city. She got a reason for suing the city. And I really think she's suing the city because of lack of police response and defamation of character that put the information out there.
Okay. Let me go to this new caller, 4438. 4438. Go ahead, caller.
So I've been listening, and I agree with a lot of the things that everybody has to say from the different perspectives. But when I look at the whole situation, I see many lessons. And I see many lessons for all of us. Mm-hmm. One of the lessons I see is, as an adult, which is the man or the woman, there has to come a point in time where we have to know when it's time to walk away. A lot of times we argue because we're trying to prove a point and look at what happened out of that. Another lesson is, why is it always so easy for us we rather sit back and record these type of things versus help? I didn't see one person try to stop the guy that was an adult like them at all. You didn't see any of that. Nobody breaking it up, but everybody recording it. Another lesson. You don't put your child, now I understand the situation, but you still, as a mom, your job is to protect your child. If you get yourself in whatever the situation may be, you don't involve your child in the situation. Another lesson. Had that been
a white man that hit her
Tell the
and her
truth
son
and
did
shame
that,
the devil.
they would still be locked up. Do you notice that when whether it's immigrant black, however you want to say it, the skin color still look black. When black and black is against each other, it seems like the justice just never end up in the right perspective or the order that it's supposed to go. But had that been another race, I don't think they would have got out of jail, whether it was an immigrant, as long as their skin color was black. So I just feel like it's a lot of lessons in it that we need to look at it and look at the lesson that comes from this. Now, whether she needs to go back to jail, whatever that is not my piece to say. That's on God to do. I do know for sure, as a black woman, if another black man was just so much as raising his tone at me and my child was around that's over 18, then they're going to step in. But until some fighting come on, the younger ones are going to stay out of the way. But if it's a fighting, my child is going to do everything to help me because of the heat of the moment. And like the young lady said earlier, when you're in the situation, you don't really know what you're going to do until you in the situation, because a lot of times we
and
act
shame
off
the
of
devil.
emotion. We act off of emotion, and when you act off of emotion, anything can happen. So that's all I want to say about it.
Girl, what's your name? Because you showed up, dropped a.
I'm TJ.
TJ, listen, I agree with everything that you said. You made sense, and I like the way you laid it out. This is the lesson to learn. And my point is, young people, if you're listening to this, don't do what happened in that restaurant. To help your mother, defend your mom at all costs. But if it comes to a gunplay, you better be ready to sit in jail and take your medicine, because this ain't going to happen. This ain't going to happen again like this at all. And we all know, if we honest, if there had been a white man up in there and got gunned down and died, we wouldn't be talking about this right now on that level, them getting out, being out. But okay, let me go to the next caller. Thank that caller for so much. 056. I'm sorry, caller, for having you holding on long. 056. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. I think I'm calling the number.
0576.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Oh, that girl got me. That lady TJ got me stirred up. Go ahead, TJ. Go ahead.
How you doing? How you doing? God bless you. I just want to say, my name is Evangelist. I won't say my last name for this reason.
Okay.
Because people have a tendency of going on Facebook looking for you, and they want to attack you for your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I agree with what you were saying, Martin. I don't believe that this woman and young man should have been locked up.
Mm.
Matter of fact, I was happy that they was free, but I do believe that there should be some community service given. I believe that some form of chastisement should be given.
I agree.
Because
Tell the
again,
truth
what you just said,
and shame the
what
devil.
you just said, this is the same thing that happened in the forum with George Zingerman. He shot that young man, and all these police start doing the same thing, getting away with it. So if we don't demonstrate right from wrong and tell the truth, then what kind of role models are we? Because I do believe that he had every right to help his mother.
Yes.
Because even a child 3 or 4 years old, when the father is playing with the mother, that child will call itself trying to punch and help their mother. So age have nothing to do with it.
I agree with you.
But my point I'm making, just like you said, another kid, that was my very big pet peeve and what I've been praying about, and binding the enemy and pleading the blood of Jesus.
Yes.
Don't think you can go do that same thing and get away with it. Because if you do, they're going to throw the books at you. They're going to let you have it. So don't go think you can repeat that same thing. Please, children, listen. Don't think you're going to go repeat that and walk out scot-free.
It's not going to happen.
And I just want to say that I'm telling you, I'm praying for our youth. I'm pleading the blood of Jesus. And again, what you said on yesterday, that young lady needs to take her child and relocate.
Tell the truth and shame the
She
devil.
needs to relocate, and all this stuff people talking about. She ain't got to relocate. She can stay here. Listen, these folk want to be nosy. They want to know where you've been. They want to keep you in Facebook. And listen, I will be trying to get so low to where some of my family members won't even know where I'm at. Because we all know when it comes down to a mighty dollar, folk will set you up.
Say it, sister. Say it.
And some of your own family that sit at the table and break bread with you, which set you up. Listen, the world is no more as we knew it, Martin. We don't have folks that's devoted and
loyal, yeah.
And, really got your back. Now, I'm not saying everybody like that, but we know we living in a different time, a different day and time. The Bible says that man's heart has waxed cold.
Mm-hmm.
Come on and preach now, preach.
And we seeing it every day. We seeing this thing happen every day, even with our own sisters and brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them we got to love from a distance
Mm-hmm.
because there's so much division and hatred.
Mm-hmm.
So if this thing is happening in our own family, what do we expect from the world? How are we trying to save the world when our own family is dying daily? And I'm just saying again, I love your show. I agree with you. And I'm going to call you a man of God and ask you, when are you going to do the will of the Lord and preach the gospel? Because, brother, I hear that all in you.
Oh, yeah. I used to be there, sister. Pray for me. Pray for me. Pray for me,
I'm
sister.
going to pray for you. I pray for you because I hear it all in.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the anointing. I hear the spirit of discernment.
Mm-hmm.
I hear the great teaching.
Mm-hmm.
I hear all that. And I love the thing of the boldness that you don't take down.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we know we're right and God is speaking, I ain't changing my mind. That's it. That's all. And that's settled.
It, sister. Dr. Charles Hayes.
God bless you. I ain't got
Thank you.
I ain't got nothing else to say.
Hey, listen, Dr. Charles Hayes said, I run before I take it back, and then I add more to it. And that's my testimony.
Come on.
Amen. God bless you, woman of God. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
Yes.
Have a good one.
All right. Area code 870. Area code 870. Go ahead, caller. 870. Area code 870. Go ahead.
Hello, Martin.
Hey, how are you doing?
Doing just fine.
That's good. That's good.
And I'm not from Chicago. I'm from Arkansas.
Listen, you black, aren't you? You black?
Yes, I am.
Okay, then.
Yes, I am.
Keep speaking, then, brother. You ain't got to tell me where you're from.
Watch you.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been watching this whole situation, and the main thing that I need everybody to understand is there is a time constraint. I have two sons. They're grown now. At no point, I would have had to get out of the store or either be quiet, because I would have known that if my sons even heard him raise his voice to me, they were going to hurt him. So that it was time for me to show restraint as a parent. We as adults, if we can't show restraint and know when to walk away, we cannot expect our youth to be able to show restraint and know when to walk away. That was a time for that mother to walk away for the sake of her child. And everybody is saying, well, why she got to walk away? Because she had a minor child in that situation. That's why. We've just showed our youth once again that, if he hits you, you shoot him. If you argue
Tell
with
the
him,
truth
don't argue, shoot him.
and shame the devil. Mm-hmm.
So this praising, that's another thing. One person is going in the ground. That's a family. Life is completely destroyed. Whether you think he should have died or not, his family is destroyed. We don't know what this 14-year-old child is going to go through from what he did. And all that could have been avoided by showing restraint and walking away.
Can I add on something you said?
Because
I want to add on something real quick. The community failed that young lady, that young man, and also the hitter, the deceased man. The community failed.
That is true.
Because the community was in that store, was in that restaurant. And for the attorney to go on live press conference, he calling for the church, the preachers, and the pastors, and everybody that's around themselves, around mother and son, to protect. Mama, if you listen to me, get your son out of town and run for your life. It's not safe here.
That's right.
I am the crime
It's not
chaser.
safe there.
I have been witnessing retaliation year after year, year after year. We had 70 people shot last weekend. 70. And we're not living in good times.
My God.
I'm telling you, Mama, I don't know you. I'm not judging you. I think that you should consider leaving Chicago. Leave it. Run for your life. If God has blessed you to not have any charges, take this and run with it and start over again. Like the evangelists say, live under the radar. You smart, you educated, you're a business owner, you can take your same business, take it somewhere else to another state and start all over and get help for your son. Mama, I don't know you. I don't have a fight in this. I don't know the other family. I have not talked to nobody on neither side, nor no attorneys. I'm telling you, Mama, leave. Go ahead, Carl. I'm sorry. That was in my spirit and I had to drop it out. Go ahead. Go ahead, Carl.
It needs to be dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
It needs to be dropped out. Because at this point, Mama has to
hold on, ma'am. Hold on, caller. New caller. I'll get with you in a minute. We're still talking. We're coming to you next, okay? Just hold on. Thank you. Go ahead, caller.
At this point, mother still has to protect her son. And she got some hard choices to make. And I echo you. Mother, get your son and leave that town and start over. That's all I want to input, Martin.
Thank you so much for the
And instead of everybody, one more thing, instead of everybody clapping and applauding, pray for the family that this young man is dead. And then pray for this mother and her son. Because they all need prayer. We shouldn't be celebrating. That's all I had to say, Martin. Thank you so much.
Hold on, stay right there, sister. And we should not be taunting the dead. I've seen video games made about this situation. I see people that I love dearly on their Facebook page say he went in there for a Polish and came out with wings. That is dead wrong. That's why we got a lot of young black men in the cemetery right now, taunting and saying things about a man that's dead that can't defend himself. He have paid his debt to life. He's no longer a threat to life. Let that man rest in peace, wherever his soul may be.
That's right.
You are dead wrong. You are dead wrong if you saying things like that and taunting the dead. You're no better than them drill rappers out there. You're no better than them.
That's
and you
right.
deserve everything that's coming to you if you don't take that stuff down. And I told you and I warned you, that brother, he got people that love him and that probably would die for him. Yes, he was wrong
That's
for hitting
right.
that sister. He was
That's
dead
right.
wrong. But guess what? He got family members that love him and will take somebody out of this world for him. You said, well, how you know that, Martin? You don't know. I see it happen all the time, retaliation. Some people don't call the police. Some people ain't going to stand on witness stand. They're going to finish it themselves. It's called street justice.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee you, I'm going to hear about some of you guys out there that made a taunting statement about that brother that's deceased. You're going to pay. Something going to happen to you. Don't say this crime chaser guy didn't tell you. I got to go to the next call. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
5367. 5367. Go ahead, caller. Got one more after you. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, Martin.
How you doing? Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm good, thank you. Thanks for asking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I must say I do send out my condolences to the gentleman who was deceased. Also, I want to say I really didn't care if she was white, Hispanic, Mexican, any nationality. What happened was painful. I cried. It disturbed me.
Mm-hmm.
Even when she picked up her son from 26 in California, I felt that. And I understand that because I have two sons, 26 and 32, who I'm always over, always praying over, and all of their friends and just people I don't even know. The system is broken. It's sad that we even have to deal with this and even say, well, she's not one of us. She is. She's a human being. No matter what color she is, what nationality, it does not matter. Wrong is wrong. Could she have handled it a little different? Yes. He could have too. And also the girlfriend and also all the other adults that was in the facility. And also the fact that they're saying, well, she shouldn't sue and she shouldn't do that. We don't know what this lady is going through. And of course, we know that the lawyers is pushing it. That's a given. But if she gets something, oh well. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, our biggest concern should be to the deceased and to her healing her and her son. Everyone is hurting. The world is hurting who this reached out to. Everyone felt some type of way. And we all have to be sympathetic. I mean, we're all hurting right now in different aspects of our lives. We just need to love on everyone, good or bad. God loved us all. And that's what I have to say.
Thank you, ma'am, for your comments. I'm going to go to the next caller. All right.
All right.
All right, okay. Let me go to the next caller. All right. I got two more callers. Okay. I think this Dr. Sanders, 4703. Go ahead, caller. 4703. I think that's Dr. Sanders. Hey, Doc.
Hey, it's your girl.
Hey, Doc. Hey, Doc.
Why are you going in, aren't you?
Listen. You know what? Listen, Dr. Sanders, listen. I stand what I believe in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm wrong, God forgive me, and I'll come back and apologize. But I'm looking at the greater picture down the road. I'm concerned about Black people in this country. I'm concerned about our youth. I don't want our youth to get the wrong image, think that they could shoot, stab, or kill somebody because he beating up your mama. Listen, This is almost like lightning striking in one place. It ain't gonna strike twice in the same. It's gonna be a rare. Trust me. And we're gonna hear. I prophesy. We're gonna hear some similar to the same case, and I guarantee you, it's not gonna play out the way we think it's gonna play out. The way this one did. I guarantee you. Young people, I plead to you. I plead to you. And for people to come out here and tell about people hypocrite, listen, I don't see nobody hypocrites because we all want gun violence to stop. All I hear about y'all on this live is talking about these young people, what they ain't doing, how we used to do it. They shooting and killing people. Now here's a time. We have to make sure our young people are held accountable when they do things. We have to set the example. I'm not saying throw the key away and lock somebody up. I'm not. Something. Community service, something. Something. Something, people. That's what I'm saying. I don't think neither him or her should be in the jail all the rest of their life. No. Something, people. We have to be held accountable, people. Listen, it's an example. I can't get on this platform and tell black people to go out there and kill white people. I can't do that. I'm a public figure. Somebody might go out there and do it. I have to be an example of what I talk about and what I believe in. People, this is real. I know y'all in y'all feelings and all that. And watch, we're going to see it unfold right before all our eyes. You're going to say Crime Chaser told us. Watch. Listen, you grown. But them young folks, their minds are very impressionable. They don't have a mind of an adult. They don't have to worry about paying bills and relationships and stuff like adults have to do. We got to worry about paying the mortgage, the rent, keeping food in the house, clothing our babies. That's not their fight. But go ahead, Dr. Sanders. I'm on fire tonight. Lord, have mercy.
No, you're right. No, you're right, Martin. I'm enjoying it because, you know, these young people. I had a heart conversation with my son, and I told him, I said, I'm learning the way that you all are thinking because you all are not on the same thinking pattern as it was when we were growing up. You know, when Ben Wilson got shot, that shook the city. Ben Wilson, you know, greatest basketball player in Simeon, it shook this city. But when he died, it destroyed our hearts. It really did. I went to the funeral. I went to see the body. I was there. You know, I went to the cemetery, and to look at it was shocking because it could have been one of us, you know, being buried. But our young people need to really understand how time is. And crime is outrage now in this time, Martin. Everybody getting shot. A dog getting shot. You know, it's sad. It's what we're living in. And I hate that this situation happened, but we need our young people to just take the moment and listen and understand, Martin. But you going in, you there. What else can be said but let the church say amen?
Amen.
It's something, Martin.
I can't, Dr. Sanders, I just, one thing about me, I'm honest with my only one soul I got. My old pastor used to say, he said, if I had two, maybe I can gamble with one. I only got one, and I want to be honest. I want to be honest. And a lot of people know I'm telling the truth. This platform was not built on no lie or deception. It was built on truth. I don't have no script. I don't have to practice the truth. The truth is the truth. The truth don't need no help. And most of the time, it don't
No,
need no
it don't.
explanation.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
the truth. And anybody know in their heart, a fist fight ain't never hardly killed too many people. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, it happened.
And that woman, God bless her soul, she took them blows. She didn't hit that flow. She took them blows. Trust me. She took them blows. And that was dead wrong. And I'm like that one caller said, we got to have lessons to learn about this. And I'm hoping
a lot of lessons.
As black people, we can learn a lesson from this action that happened. Dr. Sanders, just hold on. I'm going to come back to you. Let me get some of these good people off this live real quick. Okay. Just hold on. Don't go nowhere. 1975.
Okay.
1975, caller. 1975.
Hey, Martin, how's it going?
I'm blessed. How you doing? Go ahead, bro.
Hey, man. I'm doing pretty good. I hear echo. Is that me or?
It might be me. Maybe turn it down. Is that okay? Or if you ain't got me on speakerphone, hopefully you don't have me on speakerphone. Take it off speakerphone and turn. Turn your Facebook volume down or YouTube or something. Just turn it all the way down and just continue to talk to me through the phone. Then you'll be good. You should be good.
Oh, okay. Look, I disagree with you.
Okay, no problem.
A little bit on the fact that
I have no problem with that, sir.
I mean, some of these criminals, I think you have to lock them up and throw away the key. However,
I can't hear you, sir.
Who dropped off? The Cook County judges. I think a lot of the issue is with the Cook County. Young black police officer, the female that was killed a couple of months ago in Chicago.
There's so many of them. I don't know which one you're talking about.
The young black lady.
There's so many people, so many women get killed, bro. We got a high number
she
here.
was a police officer.
Okay, the black. Okay,
No, she
okay.
Was,
Okay.
Yeah, she was a police officer. Recently, the prosecutor has asked for a new judge in her trial. Carol Howard was initially signed to the case.
Mm-hmm.
And the prosecutor is moving to a new judge.
Okay.
They want a judge that's not as lenient on crime.
Okay.
So that's what's happening with that case.
Okay.
Here in Detroit, here in Michigan,
mm-hmm.
The criminal justice system just started a program where several companies have signed on to hire offenders, people were charged with non-assault crimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now they have an opportunity when they go to court to their attorney can talk to the prosecutor to get him into this job program with the companies that have signed on for this. And after the completion of the job program, they will either hire him and expunge that record. So I think that's a good program that kids out here doing stupid crimes, like where you see the kids in Chicago running up and down the street, or kids.
Hey, brother, that's not a crime. Kids running up and down the street, that's not a crime. That's not a crime.
Well, it's a crime if you. Well, it's a crime if you.
I'm saying running down the street, that's not a crime, brother.
Well, no, it's not a crime running down the street, but when they arrest you, they will give you a charge of disorderly conduct.
Okay.
They'll charge you with that. And your attorney can go to the prosecutor here and say, hey, look, can you send him to the job program versus going to jail? And after he completes the job program, either the company will hire him and we will expunge the record. But he can't get into any more trouble.
But we got, sir,
he can't get into any more trouble.
We have a program like that too here for youth too. A lot of people just don't know about it. If a youth get caught with a gun, I believe it's from all the way to the ages of 26. And it's a program on the west side. I think it's located on the west side where you can work a deal out with the state. You go through the program, and you stay out of trouble out of the certain amount of time they give you, and they wipe it off your record. So we do have a program similar to what you have or what you're talking about in Detroit. You know,
Okay,
we do.
will the program help them get a job?
No, sir. No, sir. They will go and do work in the community and things like that. We're talking about young people that's get caught with a pistol, and they can go through a program for whatever time of their probation, whatever they have. And if they stay clean and do what the program says, it'll be taken off their record.
Right.
So we do have programs here.
Now, the gentleman that lost his life in that restaurant.
Okay.
His prior offense was a CCW.
Okay.
He had a CCW case. I'm not sure how that case resolved, but if he went through a program like that, or he faced a judge that probably wasn't soft on crime, there's a good chance that he probably wouldn't have been on the street.
Let me ask you a question, brother. What do you mean soft on crime? I need to know what's your terminology, soft on crime.
According to the Chicago Police Department, they arrest these kids for carjacking, and the next day they're on the street.
So that's soft on crime.
I mean,
it's the law, brother. Don't you know if you arrest a juvenile, they get right out? It's the law. The politicians. Hold on, brother. Let me tell you about Chicago, how it works here. It's the law. In the judicial system, you are innocent until proven guilty. No matter if you get arrested or caught, you are innocent until proven guilty. Not guilty until proven innocent. Now, young juvenile offenders, they can do adult crimes and not be charged as an adult. Only in certain circumstances they can be charged as an adult. Some real gruesome crimes. Okay. So I want to tell you that, brother, that's not called what you letting out of jail. That's the system. And you know we didn't write the system. That's how the system worked. It was written by white people. That's how it was written, bro. So don't.
Okay, and right. And then we have the situations we have adults, kids in their 20s, in their mid-20s,
now
carjacking.
Now, stop it. Let me go there with you, too, so I can help you out a little bit, how this works. If Martin Johnson go out there and carjack somebody, and the judge give me $50,000 bond, $5,000 cash to walk, I pay that $5,000, I'm out maybe on house arrest, and I go back out there and commit it again. Is that the judge's fault? I got to try. I have a right to do trial, brother. That's the system.
Yes.
Listen, I'm going to tell you how you sounding. You sounding like white folks, bro. That's how you sounding. They letting us off. That's how you sound. I'm educating you. That's what I'm doing. I'm educating you, brother.
Let me explain.
Hold on.
I know.
Hold on, brother.
Let me explain.
No.
Let me explain.
No, sir. You can't overtalk me. I'm going to talk. I'm the host here. So I'm going to give you time to explain yourself. I'm telling you, when a black man go into jail and he get arrested and he get a bond, if he bond out, the next day he's out. And if you go back and do the same thing, you cannot blame that on the prosecutor and the police. You can't blame that on them. It's the law, brother.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I hear you out.
Now, here's another scenario. That same 25-year-old kid carjacked someone, gets arrested. The judge gives him a $50,000 bond, but he can't make that bond. So he sits in Cook County Jail for 1 year or 2 years. Then they drop the charges down to a plea, and he walk out with time served.
That's the court system, brother. That's how it works.
Why I think, right, that's how it works, because those are the
so
judges
how could you call that soft on crime when the state make deals with criminals? The state make deals with criminals, brother.
That is Kim Foxx's office. Yes.
No,
That's
listen,
that's the issue.
listen, brother, listen, brother. You evidence you don't know. You've been listening to white folks, brother. You definitely been listening to the white folks. Trust me. Kim Fox ain't got nothing to do when a judge throw the charges out. She don't have anything with it. The attorney job is to look when the police bring the attorney the case. Attorney got to go in there and look up, see what charges they can file. They file charges. Okay, that's what the attorney job to do is to file charges. Now, when it goes in the courthouse, it's the judge and the prosecuting attorney. It's up to the judge what they work out, what the judge see. It's up to the judge and the prosecuting attorney. Brother, listen, they can't, see, listen, brother, listen. We had this problem before Kim Fox got in office, bro. That's a black sister. You know who charged?
Yes.
Do you know who charged this Jamaican lady and mother and son? It was a white, her assistant, charged with a $3 million bond,
Right.
first degree murder. That wasn't Kim Fox.
Right.
But she's going to take the blame for it.
Well, yeah, she works in Kim Fox's office.
Yes.
And Kim Fox came behind her and dropped the charges.
Yes, sir.
But see, when you got a person, when you charge a person with carjacking, make him sit in Cook County Jail for a year or 2 years, waited on trial,
brother,
because he can't get out on bond.
Brother.
And then you
make him sit. So okay, let me ask you a question. What's your solution to carjacking? Just jail, jail, jail? You have any other solutions? I know you don't.
Well, you know, I'm not going to say.
You just like them white folks, bro. You just like them white folks. Lock them up and throw away the key.
But I'm saying.
Listen, you think just like them white folks, brother. You need to get out of TV.
I mean, but you got
cut that TV off.
Mark,
brother, come on. Let me ask you a question.
You have to look at everything in its totality.
Brother.
How many carjacking charges does he have?
Okay.
How many carjacking charges have he been arrested for?
Okay.
You have to look at the total record.
Okay.
I'm telling you, some of these folks in our communities are not going to change.
And
now you said earlier that it has to be accountability.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Take accountability.
Yes, it does.
Now, if you're facing this judge and you got 5 carjackings and he still let you out because you pleaded to a deal, something wrong with that system.
Well, the system wasn't meant for us.
He's going back to the community. He's going back to
okay. If something, hold on, sir.
And commit more crimes.
Sir, if something is wrong with that system, how could you blame one person then like Kim Fox? It's a system, not one person. A system is not made up on one person, sir. I'm trying to get you to see something. I'm trying to educate you. And I'm not calling you dumb or stupid or slow. I'm not doing that. A system. It's a system in play. And you know who put that system in play, and it wasn't nobody that looked like me and you. You know that, don't you?
Yes, but we have legislators in Springfield who make the law. And we need to vote legislators to draft bills that says if you have so many convictions for the same crime, your case is not eligible for a bargaining with the prosecutor.
Okay.
You're going straight to trial.
Okay.
See, that's the law. Them legislators.
Okay, but what I'm saying, sir,
make the law.
If you would have came out and started saying that, I would agree with you 100%. But by you coming out screaming Kim Fox name, brother, you can't. That's not. Kim Fox is not the system, brother. The system is in play before Kim Fox. So I want you to get. You're right. So you sound like the white folks. I'm trying to tell you. Now you backpedaling. Okay. Now before
I'm not saying the system is with Kim Fox.
No.
But I'm saying that when those prosecutors offer plea bargains, those plea bargains are coming from Kim Fox's office.
Listen, that's part of the system.
If you want to
hold on, sir. But if somebody go in, hold on. If somebody go in and know that they want to plea bargain for a lesser crime instead of taking it. Don't you know how much money it would cost for the state to take everything to trial? If everybody in the Cook County Jail right now locked up and say, hey, we want to take our case to trial, it probably will break the state. It costs a lot of money to go to trial, my brother. Okay? You got to learn these things. You got to learn this. And I'm going to tell you, I need you to get out of the mind frame of lock them up, throw away the key. Okay? Get out of that mind. And black people are not the only ones committing crime. Okay? First of all, let me say something to you, brother. No. Hold it. Guns are not made in these black communities. Drugs are not made in these black communities. Crime is not paying black people bills. Crime is $1 billion industry. And black people are not profiting off crime, brother. You hear me? It's only one race of people that's profiting off crimes and making rules, and they don't look like me and you. Okay, brother? This thing goes deeper than this conversation that you and I are having. Do you know? Let me educate you a little bit. I'm going to let you talk. I'm going to educate you a little bit. Do you know that if you have a contract with the jail, they have contracts with people to sell candy, which is money, T-shirts, phone calls, phone cards, books, magazines, underwear, socks. Those are contracts. And if they don't lock people up, they can't make no money. These contractors can't make no money. It's all a game, brother. And it's played on people that look like you and I. You got to know what's going on, brother. You can't walk up in there. Hold on. You can't walk up in the county jail and say, hey, I want to give my son that's locked up a T-shirt because he don't have no T-shirt, no underwear. Guess what? They're not going to allow you to do it. They'll say, we got vendors. And you know what them vendors look like. They don't look like me and you. They may have one. They may have one, maybe two. But I'm going to let you talk. I got to go to next caller. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Now, I'm not saying lock everybody up and throw away the key.
Well, give me another solution. You have not given me another solution outside of jail.
Okay.
Give me one. Give me one, brother.
Okay.
Give me one outside of jail. Take jail off the equation. Give me something.
Take jail off the equation. If the offender has repeated the same crime multiple times, when do you make that person accept accountability? When?
Brother, are you asking me a question or are you telling me a solution? Which one are you doing?
Well,
let me know. Let me know. I told you, give me a solution. Give me something outside of jail. What can we do?
Okay. The solution outside of jail?
You don't know none.
And the person keep committing the same crime?
You don't know none. Brother, I got to go to the next caller. You don't know none. You don't know none. I know you don't. You're a white person talking point. I know you don't. I love you, brother. I know you don't. I know you don't. You just lock him up, throw away the key. No. I know it. It go to key, lock him up, throw away. He commit crime. We all listen. We all think like that until it becomes one of our loved ones and our relatives, and we go before the judge and won't have mercy. We want mercy, brother.
Yes.
Change your mind frame of thinking, brother. 6112. I'm done with you, brother. I'm done with you. 6112.
Hold on.
No. I'm done with you, brother. I try to get somebody. You ain't got no solutions. No, you ain't got no solutions. Brother, you ain't got no solutions.
A man did 20 years.
Brother, you ain't got no solutions.
For murder.
Come on, 6112. He ain't got no solutions. I spent enough time with him. He ain't got no solutions. But jail, lock him up. I'm sorry, people. I hate when they come on here with them white folks talking points. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Reb.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is the thing that's bothering me that I'm seeing, and this is pretty much day 3 that I have been really following this, but I say the second day since this lawsuit came out on behalf of Miss Woods, and we all see it through social media. Everybody's using her for a propaganda. It seems like to me. I looked on my book today, Facebook today. You see Jedediah Brown at her home or whatever, and they pretty much, you know what I'm saying, they showing support, but it just seems like she's like too much in the videos. There's too many opinions about what she needs, what needs to be done, and it's not helping. It's like they're making her famous for murder. You know what I'm saying? And something that happened so tragic, where life was lost, where trauma was given on the behalf of the experience that they had experienced with this whole situation. It's not. I don't see nothing becoming better. I see everyone coming around for some type of spotlight, propaganda, their own self-agenda, whether it's money, whether it's publicity. And that's bothering me because this is what showing signs of vultures and their agenda around her. And it's going to continue to be like this until this totally quiet down. It's not going to quiet down because everybody's steady airing it on, lifting it up. It's the talk of the nation. It's the talk of Chicago. And I just think that something's wrong with that. Now, when it comes to, I agree with you, Mark. When it comes to finding something, like something got to be held accountable. Because right now, the way everybody using this, yeah, they are making it look like, okay, it's okay in what happened. Now, I'm not against it in the point where protection had to be done. It's complicated. It's the only thing that seemed like it had to be happen, but it's bloomed up to the point where it's good that it's happened. It's the only way it's happening. She's being rewarded for what's being happened. It's like, even with this lawsuit, she's saying that, okay, I want to get paid for killing somebody. Because the people that's being sued behind this are the wrong people being sued. City of Chicago police. I mean, I don't agree with them all the time, but we're not looking at this, and it's dangerous to this lady. It's dangerous to her from all angles. The family of the loved one that died, the people in the community that don't agree, and with the state that also is going to be affected by this. Because if you look at the lawsuit and when they write it down, even though they're going against the city of Chicago and the police, it's still being wrote down on paper as what the state had did. So when she was wrongfully arrested, as she say, it also relates with the wrongful charge. So it's moving right back in the state, and it's going to be dangerous because they're going to come with more. I see more charges coming. I see them send in my fear. I see them sitting behind and figure out what we're going to do with this. It's too much publicity going on. We got to do something about this. And the system, those that sits on the system, that has wrote the system, they don't like it. And on the other end, we got to worry about things like this happening again because it seems like people are being encouraged that, hey, this is the thing to do, not to figure out how do we learn a lesson and make sure that this don't happen again. But everybody's saying this is the thing to do, and nobody really have the answers on what to do for this lady and her son afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Well, everything is going on, counseling ain't going to help. With everything that's going on, the way it's spreading around, her even leaving town ain't going to help. People know people everywhere, not only in Chicago, but everywhere. You know, so I just wanted to say that, locking with what the brother said, yeah, everybody don't have answers. You know what I'm saying? It don't really hit us until it happened either to us or someone close to us. So right now, because don't nobody know, lock everybody, lock all the kids up, throw away the keys. In the juvenile detention, there's no programs. What about getting a community advocate inside the programs that knows the community, that knows the disinvested community, and working with the kids? That, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. Getting to figure out how to get them back into society. Not only with the programs, but on-site things really happening. Like if you're going to send them to a job, make sure they get paid. They on the payroll. You know what I'm saying? With programs, you got stipends that they be paying kids to come and be involved and engaged in the program. None of this stuff is being done. You just got organizations, programs, and people and everybody figuring out a way to fit their pocket and not share it with those that needs the service or needs what's needed out of their money. So it's like all the joke. It's all the game. Everybody getting propaganda and getting paid off of it. And I'm kind of getting tired of it. So, I mean, Really nothing else to say.
Okay. All right, let me go to the next call. I think that's Marcus. Go ahead, Marcus.
You know, I'm gonna say this. If you just give me a few minutes,
Go ahead.
I got a couple of things I
Go
want
ahead.
out. What about the ones you give them jobs, all right? You give them programs, but what about the ones who just have a addiction to being criminals? There are programs out here already, and they're not taking advantage of them. They're in their face, and they're not taking advantage of them because some of these young people want to commit. They don't know how to stop committing crime. They don't want to stop committing crime. So what do we do with those that want to commit crime? Do we let them roam free and hurt innocent people? Or do we put them in jail? When you done did everything else, you got jobs for them, you got all these training programs. Some of them don't want to go to school. School is, I don't want to say it's easy, but it's much easier than what it was when we were coming up. And they do have opportunities, but they don't even tap into those resources at school because they want to be bad. That's easy to them. They're not looking to work a real 9 to 5. They want to make that money that they see in the rap videos. And now, switching to the lady, to this incident, I think we need to paint a broader picture on domestic violence. I think we need to educate young men and women on how to de-escalate an argument. But
Tell the truth
I'm gonna point my blame
and shame
at
the
restaurant.
devil.
I'm gonna point my blame at the restaurant because had the police been called in a timely manner, like you would call the fire department if you got a small fire in your house, you're gonna call the fire department to put it out before it become a big fire. Had the police been called in a timely manner, I don't believe they were. When the two people got to arguing in that establishment, that restaurant should be held accountable, whether it's just a stop and go where you walk in and grab your food or not. Both of them were patronizing that business, and that business should have called the police or had an armed security guard there, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. This little boy is probably messed up mentally. He's going to need mental help because he killed somebody. And he has, and I'm quite sure he's well aware that he took somebody's father from them. Now, I will say this, as far as people in public opinion and how the family feels, the family needs to understand that this is a high-profile case, and people are going to have their opinions, whether they like it or not. It's a harsh world here. But this young man made a mistake. He should have walked up out of there, or he should have just stood down. If I had have been there, because somebody made a statement on here in the comment, if I had have been there, no, I'm not going to physically break up two people because you can get killed. But what I would not have done, and I'm a photojournalist, I would not have stood there and videotaped it. I would have been on the phone with 911. Get somebody out here. Two people are arguing. And it's going to get bad if you don't get a car out here. If a car had showed up, the police walked in there, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I don't believe the police was called, but that restaurant needs to be shut down for failure to do that, and a serious rat problem. Anybody that go in there and eat, they need to stop at the ER and not Roseland. That's my comment.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Mark. Marcus said they got to say. All right. All right. Okay. Next caller. 2988. Y'all been not eating that restaurant.
Oh, wow.
I can't get on Marcus saying it. It's in my head.
2988. 2988 caller.
Hey, pardon.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Hey, Martin, I'm gonna keep it short.
Okay,
but
go
I
ahead.
feel like, we start holding our aldermen accountable in our community.
Uh-huh.
When something happens, they're nowhere to be found. They're not on the news. They're not doing anything. I work for the city, and they take taxes out of my paycheck. Where's my money going? What is the police doing? You know, I just feel like it was unfortunate for everybody in that situation with the young man, you know, and I'm just praying for him. That's all I got to say.
Appreciate your comments, brother. Dr. Sanders, what you got to say about all this? Told you I was coming back to you.
Martin, you forgot about me.
Oh, Sarge, okay. As soon as Dr. Sanders get done, I'll come to you, Sarge. Okay, I'm sorry. Sarge. I didn't even know you was so quiet, Sarge. I thought you was on here looking for a girlfriend. I didn't know.
I was being patient.
Okay, woo, okay.
I'm still here too, Mark.
Okay, Roosevelt.
You know.
Let me go get my charger. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Sergeant. Go ahead, Sergeant. Sergeant was waiting on me. Go ahead, Sergeant.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Sanders. Now, Martin, my man's like $100,000.
Yes, sir.
It's 900 asked for my phone number. Go on, give it to her.
Okay, I will. I'll do that.
She needs some old black in her.
Sarge, we ain't want to talk about 900. She gone. We spent the whole hour talking about her.
You know I've got a crush on 900. Come on, Mark. Tell the truth and shame the
You don't even know how she look. I don't know how she look. But
I don't care how she look. I'll find out.
All right, let's talk about something.
I gotta bring you some comedic relief to the show. You know, Martin. You know your show. It gets serious. Yeah. It gets deep. And I use comedy to try to balance it all out. People get real emotional. And being emotional is a good thing. It's a double-edged sword.
You sound mumble, brother. Mumble jumble. You ain't clear.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Now, you know, being emotional is a double-edged sword. You see what I'm saying? So I try to bring some comedy.
Come on, man. Get to the point, Rep. Come on, massage. Come on, get to the point,
man. That is the point.
Midnight.
I'm trying to bring some comedic relief for everybody to take a breather, gather their thoughts.
It sounds like you ain't got nothing to say, bro.
And come more on.
You want me to come back to you?
Factual and not get so emotional. That's all, Mark.
It's an emotional subject.
I know it's an emotional subject, but some people are going over the edge. That's all. Everybody breathe right quick. Gather your thoughts.
Man, we waiting on you to talk. We don't need you to. Come on, Reb. Come on, Side, talk, man. You gonna say something?
Okay.
I'm going to the next one.
That's all I'm saying. I'm giving you some comedic relief.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. You know, I got to bring up 900. That's all.
Please, man. We got enough of her. I'm gonna give her. We got enough of her right now, man. We solved that issue.
I know.
Okay, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
$36.99. Come on, then I'm gonna go to Roosevelt. $36.99. Hold up, Sarge. $36.99. Come on.
Okay.
Lord have mercy, Sarge. You getting on my nerves tonight. Sarge getting on my nerves tonight, y'all. You ain't saying nothing. Come on, Sarge. You my man now. Don't go make a YouTube video now, Sarge, on me. I'm gonna make another one when you make one on me.
Mark, I got all the jokes now.
Now listen, y'all know Sergeant made 2 or 3 YouTube videos about me, but he thought I ain't never knew. I watch them all. I don't say nothing. I just pretend like they ain't even there. But $36.99, are you there? She probably fell asleep on me. Okay. Go ahead, Roosevelt. Roosevelt, you started all this.
Yeah.
You're gonna blame him now.
Yeah, Roosevelt started. He called the girl an immigrant. You know, he went on and the lady an immigrant. Go ahead.
Yeah, she is. And that's the only reason why she got off. Because if it had been me or you in the same situation, it didn't happen for that CTA worker, he's still locked up. So if you're going to let her go, I mean, golly, we should all rally do something to say free that man. I mean, if you let her get away with it, it's like what you said, Martin. I think that this is going to send a very bad message.
Yes.
That vigilante street justice is okay, and you said that people shouldn't do it. Trust me, even you said, mark your words, that someone is going to try it. And they're going to point to this case to say that this particular woman got away with it. So why can't they? Because I think that she should have been given something. I mean, maybe not first-degree murder or second-degree murder. I feel that that's just too strong. But at the least, if you look at it logically and look at the law, it should have at least been involuntary manslaughter and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Those, that's the only two charges, but they overcharged it. So I guess in the end, that's how come they had to just let it all go. But no, she should have gotten something, because even if they don't backtrack, if they don't give her something even now, and now that she's going to sue in the city and, talking about everything and everything, if I were her, I would just simply sit down and be quiet. And if I were her, if I were her lawyer, I would tell her to do one thing. You need to get off of Facebook, close down your Facebook page, because if me, someone, I think I'm, reasonably smart or intelligent or something, but, to someone who's not, let's just say, a scholar, or I don't have a PhD, I'm not a police officer, I'm not an investigator, just a regular guy, if I can go on her Facebook page and find out some information like I just told you about, if I can do it as a regular person, what do you think somebody else can do who really, really wants to do something?
Roosevelt, can I ask you a question?
Uh-huh.
Would you prefer her to be dead? Because she could have killed at the restaurant too. Just think about that. It's hard to explain what any of us would have done under that circumstance.
I'm not trying to say that, Marcus. I'm not trying to say that at all. But I'm just saying, be fair. I just want the law to be fair.
And unfortunately, a child was involved.
I mean, I just want the law to be fair. If they can lock up the CTA worker for defending himself in the same kind of situation,
the difference between her and the CTA worker, she wasn't working. He was at work, and CTA doesn't allow their employees to have a gun on them. He wasn't a security guard. CTA has security. So in his case, his family should be suing CTA for not properly securing their employees. Now, I believe that CTA should carry, because they deal with us. They deal with all type of stuff, more so than the police.
Yeah, I know.
I believe the bus drivers should be packing heat, because these people
they need to
on them and stab them, and a CTA bus driver was killed before that guy even did what he did. So I believe that they should conceal and carry, but unfortunately, no city job except the police department and special forces allow their employees here in Chicago to pack heat on the JOB. I also believe that CTA riders, regular people, should conceal and carry. That'll shut down a lot of stuff on CTA when the criminals know that regular people are packing heat, and we'll use it, because this law up here in Illinois is confusing. You can't somebody can break in your house and you have a dog. The dog bites the criminal. The criminal can sue you and and your dog is put down. Well, what the hell you got a dog for?
I mean, that's the problem. It's unfair. Everything is just so unfair.
Okay.
To protect us, it was set up to lock us up.
Okay, gentlemen, I'm gonna let somebody else talk real quick. Do anybody else want to say something? Anybody want to say anything?
Well, Martin.
Go ahead, Dr. Sanders.
Well, Martin. Oh boy, it's so much to intake all at once.
Tell the truth
But
and shame the devil.
I'm like Marcus. I have to agree with Marcus. We need to get rid of a lot of these places that are just not no good. We have to stop. And the man was talking earlier about the carjacking. It goes deeper than just throwing somebody in jail for carjacking. There's a lot of emotional issues that a lot of these carjackers are dealing with. It's getting to the point, that it's unsafe to do anything. Marcus, you said take a gun,
shoot, you almost need to take a gun, a taser, and a knife because you don't know where your life gonna be at in this time. You really don't. But as far as Kim Fox, she didn't make the laws. She didn't make the rules. Things were already set in place when she got in there. And she's tried to tweak things to make it more fair. But anytime any one of us get in office, there's always something. Always something. If it's not Brandon Johnson, well, we need to get rid of him. He just got in. Now everybody wants him to go. Kim Fox, she getting ready to go. Why is it that every time one of us get in office, we got to hurry up and go? Is the voting?
They never wanted us in office anyway.
There you go. There you go. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing about it. You know, we can talk till we blue in the face, but it's still, race still matters when it comes to us. How to Rent a Negro. Look at the book. Read the book. How to Rent a Negro. It tells you so many enlightening things. But we got to learn how to do what we need to do and then step up and start defending what is right. Tired of seeing these foreign places in our community. I'm tired of it. We got Black businesses now that are on the rise. A lot of little eateries are coming out, cafes are coming out. I'm glad to see that. I'm glad to see it. But we need the same rights as everybody else. Martin, you said earlier, you listen to the white folks. We got to get out of that. No, we can't go to Palos and do what we want to do in their area. We can't go to Hickory Hills.
It ain't gonna happen.
We can't go to Oakland. But everybody run to Orland.
You can't. You listen. You can't go to Blue Island and do what you want to do. That's right on the brink.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so this is becoming crazy. You know, I remember years ago when I was in the process of selling my first home, I heard somebody say, the key is getting enough Black folks out in the suburbs to cut Metro so you can't get back in the city. They're doing everything to stop us. They're doing everything to cut our privileges off. You know, so we got to do better. We got to make the noise. Martin, I'm glad that you continue to fight for the cause. You know, you're not sitting up here wasting your time. But everything don't require to be in jail. But now, if a white person kill us, watch how that happens. But if we were to kill a white person, we're going straight to the electric chair. We ain't going to be in jail for those times. Let's start making noise about when a white person kill a Black person. Got to make noise. We got to make noise.
Just like this woman downstate shot the woman through the door. Now they just, you know. Let me say this, Dr. Sanders.
What happened with that?
Yeah, let me say something. I'm going to let you call Marcus. Let me just speak this. Let me say this. Black people, if we don't wake up, everything that we do, they push back against us. Now, if a Black man discovers Chicago, why Black people not running it? That means white people took over. Think about it. If a Black man discovered Chicago, as they say, why is white people running it? That means they took over.
Yep.
Again, anything that's left unprotected will be taken away. Every time we do something, they push back on us. They push back on us. When it looked like we gaining ground, they raise the bar. When one of us commit a crime, they don't waste no time arresting us. But when one of them been caught on camera committing a crime, they tell us to wait. Let's work, let the investigation play, wait. We got to tie the streets up. And Dr. Sanders, I'm not cussing. We got to raise hell in order to get them arrested.
Got to raise hell. Oh, yeah.
Got to.
Got to.
Why is it that when we say Black Lives Matter, and I'm not talking about the organization, and they say all lives matter? Why is that?
Mm-hmm.
Why is it that when Kim Fox makes the law fair for everybody, now she's letting the criminals out of jail? Y'all heard that, man. Get on here. Sound just like white folks. Then he turned around and said the system. Now you telling, now you telling me
I just said that.
Kim Fox by herself is the system. Is that what you telling me?
Yeah.
I ain't never know that the system makes one man. Folks, I know y'all afraid of me talking like this. I know you got to go to work tomorrow and all that, but the truth got to be told. Somebody got to tell it, people. They got to tell it, Dr. Sanders. We can't be, listen, I ain't sparing no feelings no more. I'm just going to tell you what the truth is. And I'll deal with it later. If it costs me a life, so be it. I bet you I ain't going down for no lie. I tell you that much.
Nope.
I ain't going down for no lie. I ain't got to lie on nobody. I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil, whether you like it or not. I don't care what your status is in life, how much you own, how successful you are. Right stands all by itself. They said when a dressed up lie come, all you got to do is say with truth will undress a dressed up lie. The truth will undress a undressed up lie. And y'all know, and I know that woman called a blessing in her son. She called a blessing. And you in your mind, you trying to justify a fist fight, a death. What's the percentage of a fist fight, somebody dying over a fist fight? Or some punches?
None.
Somebody need to look that up. So let's be honest. And we know it's human nature for a man to defend for his mother. That's human nature. And I would never take that right from a man or a boy to defend his mother, because I'm going to defend mine at all costs. At all costs. But we living in a civilized society where we do have rules.
Yep. That's right.
We can't be for the rules for this occasion. Then when this occasion come up, the rules go out the window. We got to make up our mind.
Which way is up?
I'm just telling the truth.
It is.
Now tomorrow we can't be saying lock them up. Then the next day we saying let them go. We got to make up our mind what we want. Are we gonna abide by the laws of the land, or we gonna be vigilantes, do what we feel like was right? What are we gonna do?
You know what, Martin?
I know, Martin, they got that Grand Theft Auto. They got that out with that restaurant thing, and they got the one with the rat running through there like he's coming in to fight for. It's they got all kind of things going on.
But you know what I see, because we talk about the law, and I know that there's the federal level of litigation, but when it comes to these states, and Martin is going to piggyback on what you said about if a black man found in Chicago, why is it that black folks don't have nothing that they can call their own in Chicago? So
tell the truth and shame the devil.
Every state has its own law, all right?
Yes,
whether it's Republicans running, whether it's the Democrats running, every state has its own laws. And this is going to move into my belief, and I'll always scream it the day I die. I will scream sovereignty. I will scream sovereignty in the discipline of who I am as a man, a black man. I live in sovereignty. Yeah, I got to pay. I'm going to have to pay taxes anyway. You pay taxes when you go to the store, but I live in sovereignty. And with my sovereignty I have the spirit of influence through who I am by the way that I carry myself and my character, my level mind. You know what I'm saying? I would never be a man that's sitting up there trying to beat on a woman inside of a line, wherever. I would never do that. I would never sit up there and allow a young man that's right there by me to make a mistake. Don't tell him, hold up before you make that mistake. No, don't make that mistake. No, I will be always that one. I have young men that I encourage to give them jobs and teach them skills. I have best friends that who I once was in the streets doing dumb stuff with that I work with right now and collaborating to teach them how to become entrepreneurs just like myself, because that's what I am. So the thing that gets me is that sovereignty. You can find sovereignty of yourself if you find yourself useful and prospering and being something. And that's something that I think that we as a black man in the community, we seem to not know. That's something that we are not teaching our young folks. That's something that we're not putting even inside of our women. You know, men as men, when we lead, people follow. You know what I'm saying? People follow strength. They don't follow weakness. So if you got a woman that's in your life, or if you have a relationship, a friendship with women, you should be inspiring them that if you're an entrepreneur doing anything that's right, you're going to carry off what you have in your mindset and your character on them. And that's something that men are not doing. That's what we mean by stand up. Another thing that I mean by stand up, because it will help if we just consistently try it. Another thing that I mean is like me just saying all the things that I try to do every day that I walk out of the door, you know what I'm saying, before I pray and ask God to protect me out there. Because I don't worry when I'm out there, because I know how I carry myself and I know my faith and how I believe. But the thing is networking. If here I am, a young man that's out here doing something, my thing I've been doing is campaigning myself, my name, and networking with others that got the same common goal and ideal. And you'll find yourself consistently doing it. Then you gain ground of being in unity. Then you can have a voice to sit up there and jump on this platform together, not as one whole and say, well, I'm right, you wrong, but it's together and come together and fight for certain justice and causes. Now, I'm gonna say this one thing right here, and I'm finna finish.
Okay.
Martin, this picking back again on the situation on how we met, right? So 4 years ago, Harith Augustus, you know what I'm saying, was gunned down by the police. He was a FOID carrier, but he wasn't a concealed carry. So there's a stipulation. You know what I'm saying? The man probably was looking for his concealed carry to come, but he was protecting himself still in what he had to face in life. So then he get gunned down. Do you know that the police officers did not get charged, anything like that? They won the case. Now the case of the civil lawsuit for the family who was quiet from all the mess, they're still fighting. And I got to go to Ma and stand on the witness stand to speak for a man who had no justice. But at the same time, if we learn how to act right, then justice will prevail if we just stand out and continue to fight. Now, for me to sit up there and stand on that witness stand, that's a big thing to support for my community, for the mother, for my black brother and everything. But at the same time, are we willing to do that? To say, oh man, that ain't my business. Oh man, I'm scared that somebody gonna be after me if I, I'm scared of the police. What they gonna say? No,
all right, brother.
Civil suit. So we got to learn to stand together in every area that we can stand together with real network and doing it for real.
All right, brother. All right, people, we're gonna leave it right there. 2 hours and 38 minutes. Again, people. Again, I say tonight, I appreciate every last one of you. We may not all agree, but one thing I'm gonna say, I'm honest with myself, and I'm gonna call it just like I see it. I'm gonna call it just like I see it. Just like I see it. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Somebody calling in now. I ain't gonna sugarcoat. I ain't got no reason to sugarcoat. My job is to love you and tell you the truth. And if it hurts me too. I know I fight to help try to calm this crime stuff down in the community. And I don't need no setback. I tell young men to put your guns down until you need them. I don't even tell them to turn them in. Just put them down until you need them. Because I believe everybody should have some protection. But I'm not, sir. Hold on. Matter of fact, go ahead. What you got to say, sir? 10:32. What's on your mind? I'm trying to end. 10:32.
Hey, Martin.
I'm sorry. I thought
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I thought you was sir. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just want to say that I'm praying for the family. I couldn't even watch the video because I too was attacked in the city of Chicago. Got 3 men, and they both, all 3 of them are locked up. I'm a mother of 5 kids, and I just couldn't imagine my child, because my daughter, when she went to high school at 14, she was being teased. They told my daughter that she was too dark, and these were other kids that was black like her. And every day she would come home and she would just cry. I had to sit down every day with my child and tell her, "Black is beautiful. You are a wonderful person. You are great," because she was giving up. That's why I say we all need to pray for the 14-year-old, because these kids got feelings and it's going to start affecting him like it affects my daughter. And now my daughter, she understands what people were saying about her skin color. They must don't like themselves because they was black too. And I have to I tell her every single day, I love you. And you go in there and you rock that school. And my daughter is a top student too. And she got nominated twice. She beat out of everybody in her school, and she was like, "This black girl rock." I want people to start understanding, be more in your kids' life. Talk to your children, support them, because they need it. Don't give up. This is for every mother out there with children. Don't give up on your children. Thank you, Marty.
No problem. Thank you for that. And I'm going to leave it right there, people. I say no more. I'm going to leave it right there. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. This young lady, I don't know who she is, but she tell the truth and shame the devil. And if your daughters listen to this, sister, tell her, I love being black. That's me. And some folks can't handle you being black. They can't, when you say that, it's some rise up in them. And I don't care. I could be in a room full of white people and I say, I love being black. Ain't a video out there that's degrading black people gonna make me hate black people. Ain't a negative song calling black women bees and hoes and all that gonna stop me from loving black women. Not nothing. Paul described it like this. He said, what can separate us from the love of God? Not death, life, breath, with none of it can separate us from the love of God. And can't nothing separate me from loving black people. Nothing. People, be great. Be great. Stop hating yourself. Love who you are. And I guarantee you, when you let that inner beauty shine, and don't never forget God, because without God, we can't take the next breath. We can't think. We can't see. We can't hear. We can't breathe. He is the source of it all. If I unplug all electricity, that's like God. Without electricity, we can't get no lights. You said, well, Martin, we can use batteries. Well, God is the batteries that charge. Well, Martin, we can use candles. God is the light. God is. Good night. Tell the truth.